Boom, boom, boom. Show number 201. Can you believe it? Next it'll be 4 years, then it'll be 100.
4, 3, 2.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jim Weller here, and you are watching Weller Does Delmarva. And you're sitting there saying, gee whiz, have I seen this show before? Is this a rerun? Well, the DVD or DVR thing that records always tells me if it's a rerun. This one's not a rerun. This is made from scratch. This show has never been here before. And if you are visiting us, we want to hear from you. We're going to take some phone calls here in a little bit. So we want to encourage you to call in and say howdy, good morning. Tell us where you're watching from, where you heard about this show. But first, I'm going to take a commercial break because I made this commercial and I want to show it to you. And it's kind of good and interesting. And then I'm going to talk to my good friend Colin Walls, and we're going to get this show rolling. Are you ready? I'm ready. Ready? Go. All right, folks, here they are. Chicken coops. I don't know why they're not called chicken houses, but they're chicken coops. I don't know what a chicken cooping means. But anyway, if you got a chicken that needs the coop, we've got chicken coops, and they're right here at Weller's in Bridgeville. This little door here opens up. That's where you put the feed in there, and then the chickens are in there. They've got windows so they can see what's going on. That way they know the difference between daytime and nighttime. Have a little door here. I don't even know what that's for, but I guess it's if you want to stick them in there, or if you want to pet them, or if you want to stick your head in there and see if they're okay. Then on this end you have a bigger door, and that one there you can go in there, or this is for the big chickens, okay, if you got a big one and you need to get him in there, all right? So anyway, they're called chicken coops. Again, if you got a chicken that needs a coop, so if you got a chicken that wants to coop or needs a coop, we've got chicken coops for chickens, all right? They actually include delivery and setup. They're made by the Amish. We've got them in stock. I think we have some other sizes. You can get them in different colors. So if you need a chicken coop, we've got chicken coops at Weller's in Bridgeville. And you say, well, who in the world is Weller's and where are you? We're right on Route 13 in Bridgeville. You can't miss the place. There's chicken coops and everything all over the place. So anyway, we sell trailers, we sell sheds, we sell carports, we sell kayaks, we sell swing sets, we sell chicken coops, and we want the opportunity to earn your business. So come on in, Weller's Utility Trailers, Route 13 in Bridgeville, Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 1, 302-337-8228. It's the number, 337-8228, Wellers.com on the web. Like us on Facebook. We offer financing. We do pretty much what we can to make you a deal. As long as it's good for both of us, we're happy. All right? Other than that, that's it. I got to go to work. And thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you. Bye-bye. Everybody, one thing I noticed, them chicken coops, they both look like the same size. They were both taller than me, so they were huge chicken coops. They were like large buildings. But anyway, I did notice that both chicken coops were the same size. So I have a question. Brandon's helping me this morning.
Good morning.
Does the size of the chicken coop depend on whether you got tall or short chickens?
No.
No, I'm dead serious. You're laughing. I'm serious. I'm a consumer. I'm buying a chicken coop. I watch this video. The guy's out there in a winter jacket doing a commercial, okay? And then I'm thinking, gee, what is the temperature this morning? And then both chicken coops, they're used. The guy's so short and the chicken coops are so big. Does it matter?
It does not matter. The height variations of the chickens is not enough to cause that to be a problem.
But is it like a fish tank where if you put a small fish, if you put a big fish in a big fish tank, he won't grow? Because a fish tank can't outgrow a fish tank.
Right.
A fish can't Did you know that?
I did.
Think about it. He would grow and grow and grow.
And he'd be stuck.
His fins would be sticking out the top. Look, we got to get serious now. Chicken coops. So they're one size fits all is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Even the door they put them in, they don't have a taller door or a shorter door?
They can make modifications if you want.
Okay.
But
like
again,
send pictures of your chicken when you bring your chicken with you when you shop for a chicken coop.
Take the chicken to the doctor and get its height, measurement, weight, and all that stuff, and make sure it's good.
Bring it with you when you order a chicken coop.
Yeah.
We got them in stock. You can probably get them and take them, or we'll deliver them sometime. So.
Yeah.
All right. Can I get on with things?
Sure.
Chicken coops. Brandon's the expert. All right. All right. All things Amish are Brandon. Correct?
Yes.
All things Amish, except for Brooks. Anything Brandon don't know, Brooks has the answer.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, Colin, how about you? Where are you fitting into this conversation?
Well, I'm just thinking if you see anybody outside with a parka today on, they probably watched this show and took their weather advice from
weatherman
I
Jim
saw a
out
guy
there
on TV this morning, and it must have been cold outside.
I'm on blood thinners, is what it is. That's my blood thinner parka. All right. Good morning, Colin Walls.
Good morning.
What's going on in your world?
Well, Walls Service Center, the air conditioning work is getting crazy.
Oh, I bet it is.
Crazy.
Muggy, hot out.
Yeah, we've had a couple weeks now of cold weather. Yeah.
You watched the
I've watched
commercial.
a commercial of warm weather. You're going to make it hard for me to get air conditioning work in with that commercial.
Wearing a winter jacket.
So we've had several
You should be
weeks
wearing
of-
one now.
Yeah, very hot weather, and the air conditioning. If it wasn't performing correctly, you're really noticing it now. Because the first day you're like, I can deal with it. The second
Right,
day
or it
you're
might
like,
fix itself tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a little bit better tomorrow. But
And I can't take it any longer by the
it
third
doesn't
day.
take long. That you're gonna really have
Panic mode.
yeah.
I've
panic
had
mode.
3
That's
days
good.
of my air conditioner not working in my car.
Yeah.
I've only drove it once this week, and I
Yeah.
can't take it.
So whatever the problem is, we can take care of it at Wall Service Center, whether it's just simply recharging the system or fixing something minor. I talked the other day about
What? Tell me.
yeah, I don't
Come on,
know.
get
I
it
lost my
out.
train of thought. I was
Okay.
talking the other day about different things that it could be, and it's not always
Could
a
be.
major component. So I'll fill you in on those when we go in on the radio.
All right, I'm going to prep myself. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to and watching Weller Does Delmarva. This show has never been here before, and when it's over, you're going to say, my goodness, I'm glad it's going. It's made from scratch. We have a lot of fun, and the fun meter is off the charts. We're going to talk about last week's show a little bit and start for our next celebration, which could be our 4-year anniversary, but this is show number 201, and the first thing I want to do is talk to Colin Walls Service Center about automotive air conditioning. I presume that is the topic of the day.
Yeah, and we were talking about different things that it could be on your car, and it's not always a major component that breaks on your air conditioner. It could simply just be need a recharge, or it could even need just something minor, such as like a cabin air filter. Like if the airflow coming out of your
Okay.
vents
Is
isn't blowing
restricted
very
or
hard, yeah,
it's dirty.
the cabin air filter could be completely plugged
Okay.
out.
But whatever it is, you can handle.
We can handle it, so you don't always have to assume that it's a major component. Now,
Right.
a compressor is a major component, and they do
Possibly.
go bad often. Because that's probably the hardest working piece of equipment in
That's
the air
true.
conditioner
Because
system.
it turns around whether the air conditioner's on or not.
Well, the outside
little
does.
pulley thing.
Yeah, just
Okay.
the pulley on the outside. But
All right.
when the air conditioner's on, there's a lot going on there. You've got pistons and
And it's
lots
compressing.
of different things. Right, exactly.
Like an air compressor.
Yep, so it's working hard all the time, and that does go bad pretty often. So anyway, we can take care of that at Wall Service Center. But the good thing about it is, if you need a new air conditioning compressor, you're going to get a lifetime warranty with it.
Every time you say that, my mind just goes to, I didn't get one with the first one you're replacing.
Right, yeah, right from the factory.
So
the
how is an
original one.
automotive repair facility giving me a better warranty than the manufacturer?
Well, with our suppliers, we've worked out really good deals with
I
them.
can see that.
And we've worked with suppliers that have been around a long time and are going to be around for a lot longer, so you don't have to worry about them disappearing.
Right.
You don't have to worry about us disappearing at Wall Service
Yes.
Center. So the best way to get in touch with us is to give us a call, 422-8110, also wallservicecenter.com on the web, or just stop in at 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford.
Open at
0.
8 today?
I'm
Open
out of
at 8?
time, Jim. I'm sorry.
Okay, then
Yeah.
tell us when you come back.
Open at 8.
Okay.
Yes.
No, wait till you come back.
I was on the
All
big
right.
red 0.
He was. All right, everybody, good morning to you. Show number 201. We need some phone calls. We want to hear from anybody that was at the celebration party, or we want to hear from anybody that was watching or listening. What in the world did you think of the show? Last week's show, what did you think of it? So feel free to give us a call and tell us what you thought. 337-7300. Were you there? Were you watching? Were you listening? What did you think of it? All right. Now, Jerry's Lawn Care, one of our great supporters, wants me to make sure people know he does lot clearing. So if you just bought a lot and you're going to build a house, or you got some trees that blew over in the storm, or you got some stumps that you want to dug up, some stumps you want dug up, or some stumps that you want ground up, he can do that, okay? Lot clearing. So he can clear lots. He sells firewood. So many people use firewood. They go camping or something like that, or they, use firewood to heat their home. This is the time to buy it. He's got seasoned hardwood, firewood, best deal around. He'll deliver it. Jerry's Lawn Care. Plus, he does all types of lawn care things, too. Feeding, seeding, fertilizing, irrigation systems, pavers, and so on. So it's Jerry's Lawn Care, JLC-LLC.com, JLC-LLC.com, 363-6025, 363-6025. Tell him I sent you. He'll take good care of you. Jerry Santoro, JLC-LLC.com. So, good morning. This is our 201 show. Cannot believe it. Can just not believe we have been around that long and been with you that long, and we thank you. Last week was a real visual of our audience. We had a tremendous turnout at the DryZone Red Barn. Lots of people came. The cake only had 50 pieces, and there was none left over. So anyway, everybody enjoyed a piece of cake. The pancake eating contest was hilarious. Is there any chance we could play that? I'm just asking. No? Okay, tell them ahead of time. Never mind. I could tell that by that look. I was in trouble already. So when I look across the room, there's like 4 people, and they do not like me to spring anything on them last minute, so I won't. Don't even look for it, Colin. All right, don't do it. So anyway, I loved it, okay? I had a ball. It was a lot of fun. We had a winner. It was just hilarious. But anyway, if you were there, we'd like to hear from you. 337-7300. And if you weren't there and you were listening or watching, love to hear from you this morning. So it's early, I know. It's 7:11. But if you would call me now, I'd appreciate it. 337-7300. We're going to put you right on, and you can tell us all about what you saw, heard, or even if you heard a wild, vicious rumor of how things were going. I'd like to hear from you. So, but the pancake eating contest was fun. We had fun, and we're on show. Here's our numbers. You got them there, Brandon?
I do.
What are we on? 201?
We're on 201 for Cozy.
And then just on TV, we've been on 79 times?
Yep.
All right. So we got 2 more celebrations to think about. Our 4-year anniversary, which would be what? Show number, what's 52 times 4?
208.
What's 2 times 52?
208.
Okay,
Right?
208, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, 208.
I didn't do good in math.
I didn't either. I need a pen and a pad and a calculator.
Yeah.
A pen, a pad, and a calculator.
Doing it in my head is not good.
Or an adding machine with tape.
Right.
But show number 208 will be our 4-year anniversary, okay? And then I guess if we're on show number 79, we need to have a 100th anniversary of being on TV. Mm-hmm. We're just a party waiting to happen.
Right.
So anyway, it's well or does Delmarva. We have a good time. We like to entertain you, and we have some fun. So looking for a phone call, 337-7300. And speaking of phone calls, I will be guest hosting for Dan Gaffney on Monday morning on Delaware 105.9. So we would welcome your phone calls then, too. Something I really want to talk about is funerals on Monday. Funerals. I've got 3 different people within just a few days that I know that have passed away, and I realized your funeral is an important time. Okay? It's the last chance people have to speak of you, and you've got your whole lifetime to help combine those thoughts. So anyway, I'm going to talk about that on Monday, not today. Okay? Now, next thing I do want to talk about is my good friend Dr. T and Dr. Bud, Peninsula Chiropractic Center. They are good people. Now, if you're sitting there and you've been out weed whacking or working extra hard or cleaning the pool and you got some shoulder aches or neck aches, or you got a little numbness or tingling in your fingers or your leg or whatever, you may be out of alignment, okay? So Dr. T owns Peninsula Chiropractic Center. They're on Route 13 in Seaford. Been around a while. I'm thinking 30 plus years. Good man. It's like a wellness center. When you call on the phone, first person answers the phone, you're going to tell they care about you. They're going to do their best to get you in. If you have insurance related questions, Joyce is like the expert on that. She can tell you what your insurance does and doesn't cover, and if she doesn't know, she'll get you the answers. But they have massages. They have like a hydro table. I forgot the exact thing. But anyway, it's a neat place. It's a great place, and I personally love dealing there, and I know many people that do. So if you need a chiropractor, I'm going to make you an offer. If you have a chiropractor and you just want a second second try with somebody else, or if you're not sure if what's wrong with you, if chiropractic can help, because Brandon, he experiences almost instant relief from headaches. What else do you experience? Anything else?
Well, I mean, with me, the major problem is the headaches.
Really? You have headaches that often?
Yeah.
Once a month, twice a month?
Just got over a headache that I had for 4 days straight.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Really? 4 days of headache.
And a lot of people, especially doctors.
I think it's the symmetric baric pressure.
There you go. Whatever that is. Anyways, Dr. Bud, he said it has to do with the way I hold my body and the way.
Attitude.
Attitude.
That tensed up attitude.
I look down at a computer screen, so I constantly am pulling my neck out of alignment.
Okay.
I have headaches all the time.
Now, you're not going to believe what I'm getting ready to tell you.
What's that?
I've seen these in action. There's going to be a man here today that's sold on this item. A desk that you stand at. Where the computer's right up in front of you. Like that. Well, no, I've seen people make them out of boxes. I was up at an office in Dover where the person had told me before the employer agreed to buy one, which was about a year, she took like boxes that paper comes in and made a stand and had that computer so she could I don't know exactly what she used, but she used something until they decided to buy one. But there are people that stand, have the computer right in front of them, and are sold on that. I'm going to check on that because they tell me you can lose weight using that. So I don't know how. I guess when you sit down, maybe something we're getting way off on this topic. So we're talking about Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Brandon Ritter is bragging on that he gets relief from headaches, right?
Yeah,
is there anything else good you want to say about him? You ever had a massage there?
I have had a massage there.
And that do anything for you?
They are wonderful. Yes.
Wonderful.
I actually had.
Did you fall asleep?
No, I haven't fell asleep yet.
Okay.
Had some sinus pressure and stuff like that, and that actually relieved that as well.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right, so you're a happy customer?
I am.
You sound exuberant over there. Okay.
I enjoy it. I look forward to the appointments.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. They're right on Route 13 in Seaford. Good people. Dr. T, Dr. Bud, Joyce, and the whole team. There's a whole team of people there. I don't know everybody's names. I should. But anyway, they'll take care of you. So if you need anything, give them a call. 629-4344. 629-4344. PeninsulaChiroCenter.com on the web. And check them out on Facebook, too. And the free offer is, if you've never been to a chiropractor and you want to go, a free visit, okay? No copay, no deductible, no nothing. Call, say, I heard about you on Jim Weller's show, and I'd like to take you up on that free visit, and they will tell you whether they think they can help you or not, whether chiropractic care is for you. All right, I'm going to leave you. We're going to play a commercial. No, not a commercial. Do you want to play the contest video? I can't read your facial expressions other than I surprised you.
It's right on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have the contest video. Here it is, folks. This is, and for those watching on the radio, hold on to your steering wheel because you're going to, it's pre-recorded, and don't look at your screen. But this is funny. Are you ready? Here is the pancake eating contest from show number 200 at the DryZone Red Barn. Roll it. To death. All right. Just a little choking would be all right, but just not to death.
And I hope my check made it to the insurance company last month.
To go viral, okay? So good choking. Well, hey, is there any paramedics out there? Call them.
Charlie's on standby.
Yeah. All right.
Vicky too.
Everybody here's just been wanting to practice mouth to mouth, just not on a live human being.
All right.
All right. Now. Yeah. Hold on. Is there anything else I need to know? Where's our legal department? Barry? All right. Is you guys, everybody ready? Any questions? Any apprehensions? Okay, this is our pancake eating contest last Saturday. You can drink water. For those watching, this is hilarious. Lee Bibb is in it, Norman Jones, Jay Jones, Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines, and Bob Backman from WRDE. So please, if you're driving down the road, listening on the radio, just hold on to the wheel and don't watch your screen.
How about some cheers for him?
But this is amazing. It's the first person to eat 3 pancakes the
fastest. Okay?
Here we go.
So the person that wins was so quick that he had to stop
Norman is thinking
and let everybody catch up. All right? So we got Norman Jones. He happens to be the clerk of the peace, everybody. So when you're watching this on TV or my Facebook page, you can go to Jim Weller's Facebook page and watch this. That is Delaware's finest. That is the clerk of the peace, Norman Jones, J. Jones.
You're saying I've never seen anything like this in Allendale or Allendale. So
yeah, this happened in Allendale.
And Tomato is catching up. Lee is moving on, guys. You got to get started. Norman's
what Lee does is, man, he goes through the water.
Lee's on number 2.
Laughing, Norman.
Rick is on number 2.
Rick Fowler's not fooling around. No nonsense.
Older, he's going to grow up.
No nonsense office machines.
He promises. So anyway, Rick Fowler's doing.
And one of these 4 people claims
on number 3.
this is the most fun they've ever had in their life.
You need to slow down, buddy.
Okay.
This is going to be
Lee,
embarrassing.
we got to slow Lee down. Relax, Lee.
Some of these people are
Take your time.
Some of
And
these
he's looking him over. He's saying, my gosh, are these guys even... Oh, now he's straightening his hair, combing his beard.
Lee's trimming his beard, cleaning his ears. He needs some Kleenex. Oh my gosh, Lee.
No, Bob Backman is smoking him. He is coming on. He's like a freight train down there if you look at him.
Yeah, Lee was done 5 minutes ago. So
Lee's done.
Oh, he's cleaning the table now. He's wiping the table down.
Lee doesn't need to receive any gifts unless they're green.
Lee was the winner.
Second place, Rick Fowler, second place.
So that was it. Rick Fowler was second. I think Norman almost choked to death, but he was third, and Bob Backman just had the time of his life. So anyway, that was it, folks. I'd love to hear from anybody that witnessed that. 337-7300. If you're listening on the radio, give me a call. Do I need to give a gift to get the phone to ring? Oh my goodness, that would be awful, wouldn't it? Brooks, what should we give away? I have no idea. Let's give this whole trailer a brand new car, everybody. Where's those Matchbox cars? All right, so anyway, you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. You know who's coming on today in just a little bit? Barry from DryZone. And I think he's going to give us an update. They made quite a sizable, they were part of raising some money for Habitat for Humanity, DryZone at the barn, and it was pretty good. Now, this is a call from Florida. I don't know whether this is I won something for staying at one of these resorts, or if this is legitimate. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take the call. Good morning. Are you there?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, that was the worst radio I've ever heard. You played this part, you just talked over it the whole time.
Oh, man, so you couldn't hear it.
No, yes, terrible.
Terrible. What could I have done better?
Not talk, man. You talk too much.
Too much. We should do it again, shouldn't we?
Yeah, play it again.
Do you have access? Do you have access to watch it again on the internet?
No, I'm in my car.
Oh, that's a good point. Where are you going?
I'm going to the flea market.
Well, that's a good thing. Which one?
Why, you going to check me out because I'm being mean to you?
Oh, I don't think anybody's ever mean to me. Please.
No, for the flea market down in Princeton. But
All
play
right.
it again, but don't talk over it, man. Come
Don't
on.
talk over it. All right, I'm going to try to get back to it, okay? You're the guy that called us the names, aren't you?
What do you want, Dave?
Yeah, I can't say it on the radio. Didn't you leave us a real nice voicemail one day?
You're a dummy. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're the guy. All right, well, thank you for your support anyway.
All right, no problem.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right, everybody. Another satisfied listener. He had a good comment, though. I did talk over it, so I apologize for that. And I will do better next time. We'll have to see if we can squeeze it back in because I loved it so much I couldn't be quiet. But thank you anyway. But I always like to find out where the deals are at the flea markets. So he's going to Princess Anne to a flea market. So good morning, everybody. And, I had another phone call. All right, here we go. Going to take another one. And I do know that I talked over it. And I do apologize for that because I get too excited at pancake eating contest. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, Jim, I am.
And how are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Were you there last Saturday?
Yes, I was.
And what'd you think of that?
I was sitting next to Mr. McElveen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know him? Did you know him before last Saturday?
Oh, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
And he should have been in that pancake eating contest, shouldn't he?
Yeah, but you know what? I was surprised no women took and signed up for it. If I'd gotten there earlier, I would have did it.
I wonder why that is. They didn't want to show the men up?
I don't know. But at least somebody should have got up there.
You got to admit, that guy that ate them 3 pancakes, the first, he was quick, wasn't he?
He was, and he was just so quiet, you know, just kept right on eating, never, you know, especially, and then when he waited a little bit and did his hair and his beard, I was cracking up.
Me too. I had a ball. What else did you think of the day?
I liked it. I really did. I bought what was it, a 2 before, whatever you guys had for Habitat.
You like that?
Yes, that was, you know, above and beyond
Yep.
a call.
And that was a DryZone idea, not mine. That was all them, and they did a great job.
Well, that was really good. You know?
And
But you do a good job, Jim.
well, we try. And hey, what do you think we should do next? A 4-year anniversary, or wait a little while?
Oh, I really don't know. I mean,
You think we're having?
4 years would be good. I mean,
Are we having too many parties? Is the question.
on top of it, you know?
Right. We don't want anybody to forget about us.
Right.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Are you watching or listening?
No, I'm watching, Jim. I'm here on Red Road.
Okay. And are you watching on TV or the internet?
No, I'm on TV.
TV. Okay.
Comcast.
Comcast 204.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye. She was there. Donald McIlvain should have been in that contest now that I think about it. I think that would have been fun.
That would have been funny.
All right. Well, take care. Bye. All right, everybody. So 2 calls. Very good. So anybody? Oh, should I take this one? Are we still talking? All right. We got one more call here. Hello.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Were you there?
I was there. My husband and I both were there. This is Linda Bosco.
Are you having a party today or tomorrow or something?
We're having it tomorrow. You coming?
I don't know. I got a full day, but you never know. It's a wedding reception. Is it right?
Pardon?
What's the celebration? I forgot.
Our oldest son, David, and his wife, Amy, got married in May, and we're having the reception.
Okay. And it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's a reception barbecue, and they're going to do a ring exchange.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. All right, but no
Yeah,
no airsoft guns?
last week. We were there last week and had a ball.
Well, good. Both of you had a good time?
Oh, my gosh, yes. It was over much too quickly.
Jim was sporting a new hairdo, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's kind of copying you. He's trying to take after you.
Oh, my gosh. Tell him to be careful with that. He'll be head over heels in debt before he knows it, if he takes after me.
He was like, oh, Jim Weller looks so handsome, I think I'll do my hair that way.
Oh, my gosh. Any man with a full head of hair that models his hair after me is in trouble.
Oh, yeah,
So-
all this beautiful, my dear.
All right. Well, we had a good time, and it was nice meeting you both. And
It was nice seeing you, and like I say, if you're around tomorrow, we're just outside of Milton. Stop by
right.
and get a piece of chicken or something.
all right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. But
And you can bring Brooks with you, even.
oh my gosh, Brooks doesn't even eat chicken. Oh.
Hot dogs and hamburgers.
No, he said he does eat it. It's just one piece after another, not 2 at a time.
Oh, okay. All right. That'll be fun.
All right. All right. Well, thanks a lot, and thanks for supporting us.
Have a good one. And
All right.
We'll see you again soon, maybe for the
Okay.
4th.
All righty. Bye-bye. Bye. We did meet a lot of nice folks last week. It was the largest show we've ever done. It was the largest turnout we've ever had at the barn. Way more people than we expected. So, going to take a quick commercial break. No? Yes? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are. We got a commercial we're going to play about the show. It was a TV interview with WRDE. So we'll be right back. Going to break from the radio. Going to play this commercial. I'm going to talk to Colin Walls. Here we go.
Some of the crowd were spinning the prize wheel, as a lot of people were on hand in Ellendale for a big milestone. Business owner and host of Weller Does Delmarva, Jim Weller, celebrated his 200th Saturday radio show.
Well, it means that I have got an audience, and they like what I say. They like what I do. I'm kind of known for no nonsense, to the point.
That style is seen on WRDE sister station, My Cozy TV, every Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. WRDE's general manager and owner Bob Backman was one of the 4 participants in the pancake eating contest.
That was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. I just wanted to keep eating. I'm sorry they said stop.
Some of the people were stopping by the Sussex County Habitat for Humanity booth.
You give $5, that money goes to Habitat, and you can write something on the 2x4 if you want or not.
For this event, Lane Builders donated 300 2x4s to the Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. And President of Community Bank Jack Riddle did a very generous thing.
So, we talked about it and said, well, this is a great way if we can encourage other people. The bank will step in, give a little bit of money, and everybody wins. Habitat's a great organization. I'd encourage everybody to support them. They're just good people.
Sussex County Habitat for Humanity Development Director Jay Gundy says he appreciates the support of Jack Riddle.
Community Bank understands our mission very clearly, and they understand the impact that we have on families here in Sussex County.
Sussex County Habitat for Humanity has helped more than 400 families on Delmarva. Anthony Joseph reporting for WRDE Delmarva's own NBC station.
All right, everybody. So there you go. That was Anthony Joseph, and he works for WRDE, and I thought he did a darn good job there. That was about 10 minutes of time condensed down to that. He has to edit it, of course.
10?
10, yeah, it was only 10.
You weren't calculating. Your interview alone was about 30 minutes.
So Anthony's like, Jim, all that time I'm talking to him, he knows this is going to be about 2 minutes when I'm done.
Yep.
So he did real good. But anyway, we're having a good time. What did you think of last week?
I thought it was great. I thought everybody had a good time, and it was very positive. It was fun, and we don't take ourselves very seriously.
No, we've actually been called clowns before.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So please, everybody that's watching or listening, we need you to understand, we're just 2 guys that own businesses.
Right.
And we do this show for the fun of it. We do it to help support other people that are our friends that are in business. As you know, when you hear my ads and stuff like that, I say, these are people I know. I had a car dealer that called me yesterday, wants to be on.
Really?
And I said, you're gonna have to sell me a vehicle first. And I'm going to have to be happy.
Right.
So anyway, because we try hard to support local people. But Colin's a businessman, Wall Service Center. I'm a businessman, Weller's Utility Trailers. And what do we know about TV or radio? We know we look at the camera and sometimes the right one.
Right. Sometimes it's the left one.
And the left one. And then sometimes it's the middle one. Am I to speak? Hold still. We're prepping for radio. Okay? So anyway, we're going to be back on the radio here, and we're going to talk about Walls Service Center in just a second. So folks, thank you for tuning in. I do apologize again. When I played the video of the pancake eating contest, I have to be honest, I got excited because I don't laugh much. But man, that thing made me laugh. And when I laugh, I feel better. I need to laugh more often, in other words. But, it really made me feel good. I have a good time. So anyway, Colin Walls Service Center, good morning. Are you open today?
Good morning. Yeah, we'll be open at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 to noon.
All right.
And we're open every Saturday, but one Saturday a month. And
okay. Which one's it going to be?
It's going to be the opening Saturday of the fair, so we're giving everybody off to make sure they have an opportunity to go to the fair, so they don't have to work on the Saturday. So
okay, there you go.
A new thing we've tried here at Wall Service Center. Yeah, yep. So
kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of cool, if your air conditioner is not cool, we can take care of it at Wall Service Center. We can do everything from just simply recharging on to replacing or repairing any component in the system, whether it's a major component such as a evaporator core. Barry's sitting here from DryZone, and they have experience with having to have evaporator cores replaced.
Really?
One of their trucks. And so you have to pull the entire dash out to get to it. And I took several pictures of it, and sent to Bill Anderson, the owner of DryZone, and he
was like,
flipped
wow.
out. Yeah, he's
out.
like, whoa, I hope you can put it back together. And then, of course, we got it all back together.
It's because your expertise.
Yeah, we do a lot of them. It's really not that big a deal to us. I mean, it is a little bit time consuming, but we can take care of it at Wall Service Center. So anyway, you can just give us a call at 422-8110. You can stop in 220 Northeast Front Street. We're in downtown Milford. And I want to encourage people to get to downtown Milford this weekend. Today, specifically, check out the Farmers Market. It's right there on Walnut Street, right on the Riverwalk. And there's lots of great things there. You know, they have meats there. They even have mushrooms, like fresh
meaty mushrooms. Oh, mushrooms and meats, two different things.
Right. They have fresh meat and they have fresh mushrooms.
I bet they got corn on the cob, too.
Yes, lots of veggies and fruits and things like that.
I know T.S. Smith at one point had donuts.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So I think you just never know what you're going to find down there.
The coffee shop Dolce is open. Yeah. Also, Novelty Nook, they will be open at 8 o'clock, I believe. So check them out. They're right over there across from Avenue Church. So anyway, Wall Service Center, downtown Milford, all your air conditioner needs, we can take care of it.
Okay. Barry from DryZone has arrived, so we need to get him lined up. But we did talk about our friend Rick Fowler there a couple times there during the pancake eating contest, and Rick's a good supporter, a good friend, a good supporter, and he's been closed. He's been out of town this week. I don't know if he's been closed, but he's been for training. So I think he's back, but he's a no-nonsense guy. So look, if you need a copier, a computer, a tablet, a laptop, if you need advice on something, you need something fixed, you want to buy something new, you want to buy something used, you want to deal with somebody that speaks a language you understand, you want somebody that's going to possibly, help you through the process, not make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines, is that kind of guy. He had a booth set up last week at our show, and people were coming in and talking to him about different things. So if you own a business, or you have just a home office, or you just want something for your grandkids or yourself, tablets, laptops, gaming systems, copiers, fax machines, monitors, keyboards, mices, mouses, whatever they're called, he can help you with all your electronic needs. It's like your one-stop shop, new or used. It's Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines. What's the phone number? 856-7381. 856-7381. Check him out. Like him on Facebook. He's the Richard Fowler there, and he'll take good care of you. I've dealt with him for years. Good, honest man. Very fair on pricing. Stands behind what he sells. Rick Fowler, 856-7381. 856-7381, and stop in and say hi to him. He's just 2 miles east of the circle there on Route 9, right next to Sports at the Beach, and ask him, what was it like to not win that pancake eating contest? To almost win. Say, Rick, what was it like to almost win the pancake eating contest, okay? Barry from DryZone has arrived.
Good morning.
What are you thinking?
What an incredible weekend last week.
Did you enjoy the pancake eating contest?
It was awesome.
I could not stop laughing. It was just so much fun. I'm sorry.
I really liked it when Heather had laid out 6 pancakes for him at first.
Oh, wasn't that a surprise? Because it was the first person to eat 3 pancakes. So that she comes out with a plate full of 6. And everybody looked panicky except Bob Backman had this big smile on his face. He was hungry.
He was ready.
All right. Tell us... let's talk about the boards for a minute, can we?
Yes.
Okay. So we had a pallet of boards donated by Jeff Burton Lane Builders.
Correct.
And we need to say a belated happy birthday to Jeff Burton.
Yes.
Because a week ago today was his birthday.
Right on a party day.
Had we known, we might have tracked you down for a surprise interview. Brooks is taking our picture now. Uh-oh. Everybody smile in the room. All right, so anyway, Jeff Burton, Lane Builders, donated a pallet of 2x4s. He also celebrated his birthday the same day.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
All right, now, then Habitat for Humanity was going to be the recipient. Is that the right word?
Part of it, without the second R.
Okay. All right. They were going to receive all the proceeds. All right. They Habitat for Humanity was going to receive the proceeds from this great idea. You know, the people of DryZone are always giving back to the community, always coming up with ideas. This was not my idea. This was theirs.
Yes.
And I'm proud of them because what you did was Lane Builders donated the 2x4s.
Yes.
Got a pallet of 2x4s sitting there. And people come to the DryZone Red Barn last week. We even had people call in on the phone, didn't
We
you?
had call in. It said like a telethon.
Yeah, it was like a telethon. Then our friend Jack Riddle from Community Bank at one point matched some of the donations.
Matched some of the donations. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, people came in and they sponsored a 2x4.
Yes.
And you had them laying there, and I saw people with Sharpie markers drawing smiley faces and hearts. And
it was neat.
It was really neat because you could write on the 2x4.
Whatever you wanted.
So you gave a $5 donation to Habitat that sponsored the 2x4. You write on the 2x4. Lane Builders donated the 2x4s. And then you give the 2x4s and the money to Habitat.
Absolutely.
And what'd you raise, like $500 or $600?
I think the last count that I got was $960.
$960 to Habitat.
It was a great success.
Good job, Barry.
And then, it was all the.
It was a
people from
team
DryZone.
effort.
Yeah, it was
team
it was,
effort
it was
there.
Awesome.
Team DryZone.
And they were very appreciative of it. He thought it was a lot of fun. We even put Jay Gundy to work. He was our cashier.
He was working. I need everybody to take a screenshot of this picture of Barry talking and post it and put team. What is it? Hashtag Team DryZone.
There you go.
Just for the heck of it. How about that?
That'd be awesome.
All right. So that was a great idea. So DryZone's idea, Lane Builders donation, all the people that supported it. Community Bank Delaware,
yes,
matching some donations, accumulated to $900 and some bucks.
Plus, they got all the boards.
Oh yeah, plus they got all the boards,
even the unsold ones.
No kidding.
The whole pallet.
They got the whole pallet of boards
and all the customized ones, which was
really cool. Customized. That's a good way. lettered boards. All right. Well, anyway, wouldn't it be neat though if one day you're doing some remodeling in your house, you pull some sheetrock off, and there's a message on the 2x4 from 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 years ago? That would be kind of neat.
That's going to be. And plus, usually the future owner is going to be helping build that house.
Oh, that's right.
So they're going to get to see all these.
So different people are going to see those messages.
So it'll mean a lot to them.
Well, go Team DryZone.
So it was a lot of fun. Okay. We had a great time.
All right. Now, anybody watching this on Facebook, hit the share button while you're at it, if you would.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Barry, what else do you remember about last week? Or what do you want to even talk about?
We gave away that incredible encapsulation contest.
Was that not heartwarming?
Oh, my gosh. And then
you had 19 different people enter to win that.
Yes.
And let's just say thank you to all the people that entered. I mean, yes. 19 people were brave enough to open the door to their crawl space, take a picture. We've been talking about it for months.
Yes.
Everybody had a chance to get in. It was a random way that people won. They put the picture in a manila envelope.
Correct.
And then taped it to the wall.
Sealed them up.
Then there was a number, 1 through 19.
Yes.
And as people came into the barn, they simply were asked to vote on a number. That's it. They all were looking at a sealed manila envelope. They were not seeing anything, no names, no pictures, no nothing, just a number. And everybody's most favorite number is what?
It was 13 that day.
Isn't that something?
It was crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody voted on number 13, so that was the winner. Can we say the winner's name, or is that top secret
that was
information?
Chris
Dolder?
Yes.
Chris Dolder. Okay.
I'm visiting today to go inspect the
really?
After this appointment.
I think when I talked to him, he was either on vacation or camping.
Yeah, they were camping in some remote area, so it was tough to get a hold of.
Yeah. So anyway, so he was the winner, first place. And then we had a surprise.
Then we had a major surprise. Super major surprise.
Yeah, I got a good picture of Bill's eyes.
That Heather said, let's do another one.
This is Heather Anderson, Bill Anderson's wife, owner, operator of.
And they're the ones that came up with the idea to begin with in January.
Yeah, it was all theirs.
And then out of the kindness of their hearts, she came up with a second one.
Yeah, just like that.
And it happened to be number 3 was the next most voted number.
You know why?
Why?
Why do you think everybody likes number 3? Anybody in this room can guess?
NASCAR.
Dale Earnhardt. That's what I think. Anyway,
that was the second most popular number.
So 13 was most popular,
and then number 3.
And then number 3. So they gave a second one away. No notice. It was a surprise to me. I even took a commercial break to give her time to rethink it.
Yes, and she rethought it
and said, "I'm doing it."
and that was Shane Sockreiter was the winner of that.
Wow, did you get a hold of him?
Yes, and I've already inspected that house. That's the
Really?
there's a picture online where I looked a little rough.
Oh, really?
It was hot and humid. I'm a little out of shape crawling in crawl spaces
Oh
now.
my gosh, you did it in this hot weather?
Oh yeah, it was done 2 nights ago.
Are they doing crawl spaces in this hot weather?
Absolutely. We got to take care of people's homes.
Okay.
But we
no stopping the train.
We did that one, and again, the cost was based on the side of the house. So
Right. So as you guys gave these away, you did not know whether you were giving away $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. You had no idea what you were giving away, or higher. Oh, I'm sensing one of these is higher. So anyway, what you're saying is it had nothing to do with the need. It had nothing to do with who they were or where they lived or whether it was close to the barn or far away.
Correct.
Didn't matter if it was one sump pump or two,
Just
whether it was big or whether it was small. It was strictly decided by the people that came through the door.
Yes.
Because what I liked about this particular contest is they made it so there was no way anybody could have any doubts or misunderstandings.
Right, because
it was about as random could get.
Because we just want, we want to make sure that nobody thought, well, Barry knew that guy or that girl
Right.
or whatever. So we
Right.
made sure when Heather came up with this plan, she's seen it somewhere else, and it took it all off of anybody.
Right.
It was just as random as you can be. And matter of fact, the manila envelopes were shuffled before they were put up there, so nobody knew who was what.
Okay, that's a great idea.
We could have had a blank one up there; nobody would have known.
Right.
But they were all the 19 people, and it was an awesome contest. And the value again is based on the house, not the need of anybody.
And these people, they're not going to lay out one penny.
Nope.
Whatever they need, it's done.
Matter of fact, I went back to Shane last night because there's a contract still involved because it's like you're buying it,
Sure.
but it was 0 down and 0 owed.
Really? Wow.
And that included the electric, everything.
Wow.
Cleaning.
So that's the only thing you guys sub out is the electrician, and you got one you deal with all the time.
I've been dealing with him since I've been there, so
Isn't that
almost
something?
6 years.
Yep, he's a good guy. I know him.
And
right.
so it's exciting, and I'm going to do the other one as soon as I leave here.
Are you really? All right. Is the barn open today?
It happens to be open today. It'll be open at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so
on time because Scott will be there.
Okay, so Scott's going to be there. If you've
Scott
never met
Wagman.
Scott, what's his last name?
Wagman.
Scott Wagman. A lot of people probably know him from the automotive industry.
Correct, and we wouldn't.
So-
and I want somebody to go in there and do a
Say
selfie
hello,
with
Scott. Oh,
him and tag us.
hasn't Scott had a recent haircut?
He did. Just had.
So if you have not seen Scott in a while, you need to check him out today.
He's got a fresh haircut.
Fresh haircut. Okay? So anyway, what would they do? They would go there, get a selfie with Scott.
Yes, and have the DryZone backdrop like it's above the
And then
trophy
what?
case.
Tag me in it.
Tag you.
Tag
and
Barry,
dry-
tag
everybody.
DryZone.
Yes.
He'll
be excited.
Tag everybody. Will he?
Yes. He'll
All
have
right.
to stoop down a little bit.
All
He's
right.
all on the tall side.
Who is?
Scott.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Anyway, we're going to give him one of these. Okay? This is a special edition DryZone Royal Farms gift card.
Yes.
Is this a $100 one?
Almost.
Almost. $10?
$10 it is.
$10. We're going to give you one for free if you stop by the DryZone Red Barn today before what time? Noon?
2.
2. Okay. Stop by before 2. And stop by before 2. And what was I going to say? You got to
Good.
stand there with Scott.
Do a selfie with Scott.
Do a selfie with Scott with the DryZone logo up above you.
With the trophy
Is it
cases.
taller than Scott, the logo?
It is.
He doesn't dwarf that, does he?
Not yet.
Okay. And we're looking for tall people to stop in. And short people, either one. But anyway, not short, I'm sorry, vertically challenged. All right. So anyway, and that's on, where is it? Route 16, Ellendale.
Route 16 Ellenville, west of Royal Farms. Or
What's the GPS address? 16507, does that sound right?
That's close. Right on it. Beach Highway.
Really? 16507 Beach Highway. So, because some people use that.
Right.
Okay, I say to some people, you want directions? No, just give me the GPS address. I'll be there. All right, so anyway, they've never had a bad GPS address yet.
Nope.
So, all right, so anyway, stop by, see Scott, say hi, look through the barn, look at all them awards. Not in a bragging way, but look at the daggone things.
Yes.
You know, because if you're thinking about getting anything done that DryZone offers, I can personally tell you that there isn't anybody like DryZone, okay? There's no other. So what they do is exclusive. There's other people that offer services similar to theirs.
Correct.
But there isn't anybody that has had the training, that sells the particular patented products that they offer. So DryZone is offering you an exclusive exclusive products, exclusive warranties, exclusive level of service. There is no other.
It's the complete package, and the thing of it is we talk about how we care at our level, but it shows all the way through, right through the installation crews.
I have people. I talk to people weekly,
We were fortunate that we had 2 people on last week. One couple we were finishing up their home,
and they're frustrated that you will not go to Florida and do their house in Florida.
I know it's a challenge. That was
because me and Colin are thinking if you wanted to take us along, us and our families, we'd go down and we'd stop by once a day, maybe twice a day, and do some video and streaming for you.
We would have to work that
and then the rest of the day we'll video and stream where we're vacationing. But we're up for a family vacation.
That sounds like a plan. We'll talk about that.
The DryZone team hits the road. We'd have to buy business licenses and everything else. All right. So anyway, enough on that. All right. Thank you, Heather, for the second encapsulation. Bill and Heather Anderson, owner-operator of DryZone. They're wonderful people.
It's incredible.
And I'm not saying it just because they might be watching. Mm-hmm. I'm saying it because it's genuinely, they're good people.
Oh, yeah. And I'm fortunate that I'm part of the team, and I love it.
Yep. Most people, they give something away, and they just try to keep it as simple as possible. Like me, my contests are so crazy and gyrated, I don't want anybody to win. All right. But I want to give away some of these Rural Farm gift cards. So if you're in the area, or if you want to make a special trip, what you can do is, let's say you're anywhere on that side of Route 113. Mm-hmm. Go to the DryZone barn on Route 16 in Ellendale. Stand there and get your picture with Scott. And underneath the DryZone logo, a selfie. Tag me in it. You're going to win one of these Rural Farm gift cards. And then while you're at it, why don't you just go on to Greenwood and get some barbecue chicken?
Absolutely.
Okay? So
the office
maybe
got
go there
some
first
yesterday.
and bring Scott one back.
There you go. The office got some yesterday. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, very good. Barry, what else is going on? Is DryZone hiring anybody for the fair?
Well,
I joke about that. I would like to. If I get around to it, I'll just kind of impromptu.
Well, we'll have a spot there for you.
Okay, yeah. So I would like to go to the fair and maybe just hang out in your booth and work your booth and talk about DryZone.
It's going to be fun.
My own personal experiences.
We've got it scheduled. So I'm.
Oh, you saw somebody on Facebook?
Yes.
So okay. And I thought they'd be a great candidate.
Yeah, they would be, and I just got to reach out to her, and so I'll be giving you a call probably on Monday.
Okay. All right.
She knows who she is.
Okay. So anyway, but you're looking for some people?
We're looking for people for year round.
Oh, year round, not just the fair.
No.
Okay.
We need some great people for crew members to help out when they do the installations. We need some great people who meet our homeowners, who design the systems for their house, and we also need some office people just to be able to answer the phones and take care of any calls that are coming in.
All right. Busy place.
Oh, my gosh.
You guys are going to break the 50 employee mark before you know it.
I know. It's coming up quick, which would be awesome.
DryZone.com. You can learn about them there.
Or 684-5034. Give us a call.
Anything else?
Just that, it's a free inspection, no obligation.
And no hassles, no high pressure.
Where it's all information based.
Financing available still?
Yes, financing available.
Okay. They're fully licensed, fully insured, and fully know what they're doing. I've had more than one job done. My daughter spoke about her job last week. I forgot all about it, in other words. But there's an example. My daughter has a house. I think it's 86 years old.
Right.
Okay. And the floors are sagging, and the doors wouldn't shut, and the trim up top of the walls and in the corners was pulling away because her floor was literally sagging.
Right.
It got to where she didn't want to stand near the refrigerator long because the refrigerator's heavy.
Right.
And she had DryZone come out, and they got underneath there and replaced the beams with, were they aluminum beams?
Oh, no, they're steel.
Steel. Okay. Anyway, and then them smart jacks.
Smart jacks.
Okay. And she just recently had them come back and check everything to see if it's, and they made some minor adjustments, and we're so happy.
That's awesome.
And I forgot all about it.
Love it when we save a house.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and you won't believe it. They're more comfortable now, walking around their house, so they're not watching their diet as much. Because they're not worried about the floor collapsing.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So anything else, Barry?
No, it's just a great day to have your crawl space and basement checked out, because especially all that rain that we had yesterday. This is sure a test to find out.
Might see something you've never seen before.
Correct.
All right.
I was in one the other day, saw a turtle.
No way. Did you really?
Well, it wasn't alive anymore, so the hair beat that one.
Oh, okay. All right. 684-5034. Scott's there today till 2.
Till 2.
All right. Route 16 in Allendale.
Get your
selfie. Anything else?
That's it.
We done?
We're done. Thank you,
Barry. Have a good weekend.
You too. See you now.
DryZone, good company. I want to mention Ducky and Car Wash real quick. I go there now just about every Sunday, and I love it. Okay, there's just nothing like having a nice, clean vehicle and not having to do it yourself. That's probably the nicer part. They do it for you. So you just pull up, you pick which car wash you want, and then you pull up to the thing, and then the people get in it, and they get inside, and they're vacuuming in there and doing things while it's going through. I don't know if they're vacuuming or what they're doing, but they're inside the truck, okay? And they're doing stuff and wiping things down, and then it comes out the other end, and then they get it all wiped down, and you stand there and you watch it, and they open the doors and do the door jams, and pretty happy with it. It's kind of nice. And then when you drive away, it's got a nice scent to it, and you got a nice clean vehicle. So then you're cautious to not park under trees at that point. But anyway, Ducky and Car Wash, 2 locations, Milford and Seaford, okay? They're open 7 days a week. To give you an example, Monday through Saturday, weather permitting, they're open 8 to 5. And then Sunday, they're open 9 to 4. So I go to church, I go to IHOP, I go to Lowe's, I go to Ducky and Car Wash. It's a routine now. I got it right down to a science, okay? And then I hit the Greenwood barbecue chicken on the way home, and I'm covered for the rest of the day. So anyway, Ducky and Car Wash Seaford, Ducky and Car Wash Milford. Look them up on Facebook. Like both their pages. Stay up to date with their updates. duckandcarwash.com. You get these frequency discounts. Like you go there, and then the next time you go, you get a discount if it's within so many days, and then the discount changes the further away you are from the last time you were there. So it's called a frequency discount. Your 13th car wash is always free. duckandcarwash.com. I bet I've gotten behind. Have I not? I don't know.
You're pretty close.
I'm pretty close. Yeah. But anyway, I saw Kevin Short has arrived. We have got something to heckle him about. So he is going to love it. He's going to laugh he's going to be giggly. Can I hit Tamborelli's real quick?
You sure can.
Have you been there lately?
I have not been lately.
Have not been there in the past 24 hours. But anyway, Tamborelli's is our good friend Joe. He owns it. It's in Greenwood, and we kind of brag about it every week. You want some made-from-scratch food? They've got all kinds of things from pizza to cheesesteaks or subs or salads or French fries or what else? Chicken wings. You were going to say that, weren't you?
I was going to say wings. It's my favorite part.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. What's Brooks's? That BLT pizza?
Oh, that's one of the top ones.
Top ones.
That or the
Brooks only has the top 25. What else, Brooks? Holler it out.
Buffalo chicken tenders.
Buffalo. Oh, that's right. That's right. Buffalo chicken tenders.
With their wing sauce.
With their wing sauce. Their wing sauce is amazing. Personally endorsed by Brooks Ritter. If you need somebody to help you, he will join you. Would you buy? Get out of town. I've never heard him say that. Have you, Brandon?
He's going to buy the glass of water.
I have never heard Brooks volunteer to buy anybody's food. So anyway, Tamborelli's in Greenwood. Check them out. They have takeout. They're open 6 days a week. Good family-operated business, okay? Now, what is the next thing? We do have Kevin Short coming up. Then at 8:30, I got Duane Smith going to be reminiscing about his grandfather, who has recently passed away, Arnold Smith. I believe, I can't remember, 80-some years old, maybe 86. 86. You're going to hear a lot of good stories. So if you know Duane Smith, he is the pastor at Sussex County Bible Church and a good guy, and this was his grandfather. And I knew him, good man. Kevin Short's going to talk about Mid-South Audio and all the things he's got going on. He's a busy man with all these concerts in the area. So we've got a lot more to do here today, a lot more to tell you about. Later on, we're going to take some more phone calls. We had 2 or 3 good phone calls this morning. I don't even know what time we'll do that, 9:30? So hang with us in the 9:30 hour. We're going to go ahead and take some more phone calls for anybody that's seen the show, watched the show. Maybe we'll have some contests or giveaways. So I do have some of these magnets left. If somebody didn't get them, we had a few hundred of them. We have a few left, so you could see. If you like one of these, might be a collector's item someday, but they're kind of a nice little magnet, talking about the show. You could stop into Weller's. They're right there on the counter. Weller's Utility Trailer is going to be open today. Earl's been on vacation, correct?
He has.
Been a tough week, huh? You guys had to sell everything.
Yeah.
It's been hot, folks.
It has been very.
And we very, very seldom have a no-trailer day, but we had 2 of them. Now, made up for yesterday, had a 10-trailer day. Brooks, he's holding up 8 fingers. Brandon, did you sell 8 trailers?
I sold 2.
Oh, Brooks sold 8.
I'm gonna blurt out the secret though.
Don't tell everybody.
He had one customer purchased 5 trailers.
One customer. In fact, that customer really likes Brooks. Because didn't that same customer buy 10 carports?
Yeah.
So Brooks likes those customers.
Yeah, he likes those big customers.
Yeah. Brooks gets into those deep ones. Brandon likes them quick ones. Do you want one trailer? No, you cannot buy 2. I'm the one trailer guy.
Come back tomorrow and I'll sell you the second one.
Come back tomorrow, I'll sell you your second one, right. No, but just Brooks has a relationship with this one company. It's a nationwide company, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they buy a lot of stuff from us. So, folks, if you never knew it, Weller sells a lot of stuff all over the place. Our average customer travels probably 100 miles, you know. So, anyway, we're going to take a quick break. I think we're going to play another commercial maybe. But if not, I'm just going to keep on jabbering and just get Colin to come on over. So, here he comes. He's back. He was in there texting. So anyway, all right, so we're taking a quick break from the radio. We'll be right back in just a minute, and more with Weller Does Delmarva, Colin Walls, and then Kevin Shorten. Here we go. Everybody, it's Jim Weller from Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, and I just want to show you an example of an aluminum trailer. This is a nice 20-foot-long, heavy-duty equipment trailer, 14,000-pound rating, heavy-duty ramps, got aluminum fenders, aluminum wheels. It's got an extruded aluminum floor. Look at the size of those D-rings for hooking down your equipment. So if you're a contractor and you need something to haul your skid steer loader on, your mini excavator, this is a nice trailer. It's very lightweight, will carry a bigger payload. It's virtually maintenance-free. Comes with a 5-year warranty, aluminum wheels, radial tires, torsion suspension. It's got LED lights from front to back. It's got a rub rail here and stake pockets if you want to build higher sides. Real nice, lightweight aluminum ramps. Just want to show you real quick how much they do or don't weigh, because I can literally pick them up like this. And I'm sure if you got an equipment trailer now, you know that is plenty light. They also have the drop leg here, so if you're driving something heavy up on it, you're good to go. It also has a beaver tail right here on the back, so it makes it easier, you know, when you're loading your equipment. So if you need an aluminum trailer, Weller sells aluminum framing, aluminum flooring, aluminum fenders, aluminum wheels, aluminum ramps. They're the bomb. So if you need a trailer, come on into Weller's in Bridgeville. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Phone number's 302-337-8228. And check out all my specials at wellers.com. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for your support. Check us out. And as always, have a fine day. Bye-bye. Talk to us later, Kevin. We're getting ready to do a show. You guys tell me when we're back on.
We're back on.
All right? All right, we're back on. Good morning, everybody. We're going to talk to Walls Service Center, and then we're going to talk about Colin Walls.
Okay.
No, we're going to talk to Colin Walls about Walls Service Center.
Hey, we are open right now.
Right now?
Yes.
The doors are wide open. The phone lines are on?
The phone lines have been turned on, and somebody should call and test them. Make sure Tracy is awake.
422.
8110.
Preferably in that order.
Yes.
Say good morning, Tracy.
In that order. Yeah.
We were hearing all about you on TV.
Right.
All right.
That's good.
So ask her what Saturday she'd like off.
She did have a couple rough mornings this week, so we really need to ensure she's there today.
Okay. Well, that can happen to the best of us.
It really can, and usually that is not her style. So she's usually right there on time. So anyway,
all right.
So Wall Service Center, we can get some air conditioning work done for you. You know, if your air conditioning hasn't been performing well, or if it hasn't been performing at all.
If it's not up to your standards,
right? Not up to par, not up to speed, not cold enough, too cold.
Right.
Whatever it is, we can check it out. We can figure it out at Wall Service Center. What's icy cold?
Icy cold.
Right.
Iceberg. All right, so anyway, Wall Service Center. Now, let's say I don't need my air conditioner worked on. What's something else somebody might want done?
Belts, hoses, tune-ups, brakes. A lot of brake work we do. Brake lines. I don't know if it's the material they're making brake lines out of now, or if it's the brine stuff that they're putting on the roads, but brake lines.
Experiencing.
Lots and lots of brake lines we're putting on vehicles.
Well, I have a question. Let's say somebody's watching or listening and they're getting ready to go on vacation. Is there a certain little service you perform, or should they just get an oil change and then get all that other stuff checked while they're at it?
That's usually what most people do. Say, hey, I'm going on a trip. I'm going to go ahead and get the oil changed. And during the oil change, we perform this big check over on your car. It's a courtesy inspection. You know, we just look at everything on it, and you know, we're even going to let you know about tires. We don't sell tires.
Right, I'm amazed at that. Right, but you take the time to just educate me.
Right. Yep. We're going to look at your belts. We're going to look at your hoses. We're going to look at the brakes. We're going to look at the tires and so many other things. The front end parts. We're going to check for looseness or wear in any of the front end parts.
So something as simple as an oil change comes with that.
Oh yeah, for
sure.
And
then it comes with this, folks. I know he doesn't push it as much as I do, this free roadside assistance. So you go in, you get an oil change, you get all checked over for your trip, and you get a roadside assistance. So that way, if you're out of town and you break down, out-of-town breakdown, or a jump start, or run out of gas, or a flat tire, that's the check-over thing.
This is the checklist here.
But I like talking about the roadside assistance.
So this is the checklist.
Will they both fit in the picture?
Yeah. We'll give you a copy of it. And you actually can put it in this booklet right here, maintenance record. And but it checks lots of different things, right down to even looking at your windshield, see if there's any cracks.
But doesn't
or
even
chips
check
or
the battery
like
and
that.
everything?
Battery, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of peace of mind. So get your oil change, get your car checked over, get the free roadside assistance, and have a good time on vacation, and tag us in all your posts.
Yeah, and the free roadside assistance actually comes even with an air conditioning service. So if you need AC service done, when you have it done, you're going to get free roadside assistance. That's good for 6 months after any service. So if you have oil changes done with us regularly, you're going to be continuously covered under this roadside assistance. So Wall Service Center, 422-8110, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. It's right across from Abbott's Grill, next to Bicentennial Park, wallservicecenter.com.
All righty. I want you to get that clock set, so once you get to 0, I want it to start counting backwards, just for the heck of it. No, I'm just kidding. No, let's not even get there. Now we're going to start going the other way.
Now have it stop.
Right.
When Jim starts talking.
Correct.
You need different subject.
You need a trigger to my voice.
Yeah.
So
Start. Stop.
we're going to wear it out. We're going to go broke. We're going to need a professional timer in here. Yeah, like the football games, timeout, and stuff like that. Hey, listen, Kevin Short's here. We're going to have him on in a couple minutes, but he can have a seat because this chair is more comfortable than that chair. So anyway, but we got a lot going on, and Weller's is going to be open today. I believe Brooks is going to be the first one over there in sales. So if you've been thinking about buying something, Weller's Utility Trailers opens at 9 today. Kevin, I guess you can get your picture out of the way if you want. We're still waiting for everything to happen, for the worlds to unfold and collide and so on and so forth. So anyway, we had a good time. We had a good time last week. We're going to take some phone calls at 9:30, so keep that in mind if you would, everybody. And we may even play some more little contests and things like that at 9:30. I have a video I'd like to get rid of the Beatles, okay? My wife wanted to go see this movie.
The Beatles.
And nobody had it. And no movie theater was playing this movie around here. So, we bought the movie. We've watched it one time, and now we're ready to sell it, okay? And we'd like to make enough money on this movie that we can buy a part of a chicken at Greenwood.
This is living proof that you would sell anything.
Oh, yeah. So here's the deal, folks. If you want the Beatles, because you can't see it in the local movies, it's a movie they've made by Ron Howard, 8 days a week, the touring years, okay? Anyway, I paid $15. I'll take $5 if somebody wants it, and it's only been used once. Okay, it's a one owner. It's been garage kept, and it's only been used one time.
Only rode on the dash of his
never been
truck
out in
for
the
like
rain.
a couple weeks.
Never been out in the rain. So anyway, we are coming back on the radio. The radio is Fran back there working feverishly. Fran, thank you for all you do and for putting up with us. And I get to hang out with Fran Monday morning. So good morning, everybody. You're listening to and watching Weller Does Delmarva. And we're having a good time here. The next guest I'm going to talk to, after I talk about critter getters, I'm going to talk to Kevin Short from Mid-South Audio in just a minute. But this guy here, his name is Jay Wilkins. I don't know if anybody in here knows him or anybody that's listening knows him or if this is a foreign name to our community, but I know him. And Jay Wilkins works for a company called Critter Getters. And I saw yesterday where he was working on a hornet's nest. Okay, and it was a big one, all right, and it looked like paper mache or something like that, and it was huge, probably a foot or two around. I don't know, maybe I'm exaggerating because it scared me just to look at the picture, but somebody had this in their yard and didn't want it in their yard, and so they called Critter Getters to deal with it. So Jay Wilkins, a lot of people know him. He is one of the Critter Getters team, okay? So first of all, if you want to know about Critter Getters, like their page on Facebook, because this guy is always doing something, and it's interesting. But they're a local pest control company, and they also have wildlife management. And we have a project coming up here that we may use him for. Late at night, I have seen pictures outside our door. Brooks, you may not know about this. I've seen pictures of cats. Now I'm seeing pictures of a skunk. So there's a skunk, just so you know, that hangs out that door there on the side of the building at night. All right? I'll show you some pictures later, all right? He's not permitted, and he doesn't look like somebody's pet. So I don't want a customer to come across this skunk at the same time, all right? Okay? Because it could be a stinky situation.
It could very much.
All right. So anyway, no collar, no tags. Now, I don't know how to check that chip. I don't know how to see if that, Brooks, if you see this skunk, you take the barcode scanner off the counter. And I want you to scan it and see if he's got a chip in it. So it got me thinking I'm going to have to call Critter Getters to get this skunk out of here. But anyway, Critter Getters is a pest control company, all right? And they're good people. And I like talking about him and joking about him. And Jay Wilkins is part of their team, and he's a good guy. So like them on Facebook. They're locally owned and operated. Man, they've been in business celebrating over 20 years of exceptional customer service, serving all of Delmarva. They're licensed, they're insured. Ants, roaches, crickets, spiders, ticks, fleas, bed bugs, mice, silverfish, wasps, and bees. Pretty much all of us got some of that. But anyway, rats, bats, birds, snakes, possums, raccoons, skunks, and groundhogs. Free estimates, okay? So anyway, if you need an estimate, they'll give you a free estimate. We have a special. Free termite inspection, too. But here's the special. Mention my show. Sign a 1-year contract for pest control. They'll knock $25 off the contract. So what's the phone number? I forgot it. 934-7200. 934-7200. I have fun doing their ad because I think of all these varmints and things. My wife is doing away with her compost pile because she's tired of having groundhogs back there. Because the dogs are after the groundhogs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a never-ending cycle. All right. Kevin Short has arrived. What were you getting ready to say?
How many stars would you rate that Beatles movie?
The Beatles movie? I'm going to say about 14 stars. It was okay. It didn't we didn't have to stop and cook much popcorn during it hung with us, but it was a little slow, but it was good. It was very informative. So if somebody wants it, I paid $15. They can buy it for $5, and when you're done with it, you probably can get $10 or $15 for it, okay? Because the more people that use it, the more ratings it will have. Kevin Short, what do you think of that commercial?
It's pretty good. It can't be that bad. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
They were one of the greatest rock bands of all time, and it's produced by Ron Howard.
Yes.
So, I mean, how bad could it be?
And I'm surprised that it wasn't in movies. That's what surprised me, because it was made for the theaters. Now, it was in theaters in like $5. Wait a minute now.
I think I want it.
I'm not trying to talk you into it, but we would have had to go to New Jersey or something. I'll tell you what. You want to take me to breakfast?
I'll take you to breakfast. But
and you can have the movie.
There's the $5.
Oh, it's my turn to invite you to breakfast.
Okay,
I forgot to. And don't do it by text.
So, Debbie, we're watching the Beatles movie tonight.
And there it is, sold. See, Colin?
She didn't even like the Beatles.
Colin's like, who in their... Say it, Colin. Who in their right mind...
would buy that movie?
No, it's worse than that. Who buys DVDs? This is the electronic engineer over here.
It's probably on Netflix, but
it means more. Why don't you wrap it?
Well,
here, you want some guide notepads?
This fits into my wife's technology skill set, though.
See,
she can actually watch
mine
this,
too.
And it's easier.
Nothing ruins a movie at my house when something electronically doesn't work.
Don't watch the show, dear.
So anyway, let it be a surprise.
Don't let anybody tell her I said that.
Oh, well, everything's got a delay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
can we beat that out?
Because you missed my blooper last week.
I did.
Should I keep repeating it?
What did you do?
Okay, I had the Ellendale police chief on. And we were really doing good. He had the neatest gizmo. It looked just like that cell phone, and it's a fingerprint scanner.
Well, I heard you talk about that, yeah.
And he scanned my fingerprint, and he started turning red, like something was wrong after he scanned my fingerprint. Now, that part I'm making up.
Did you pop up as a felon?
I'm not sure. He said we have to talk privately. Anyway, he started talking about a grant.
The charges were dropped.
I thought they were at least forgot about. I forgot about them. Anyway, so he started talking about a grant that they got of $3,200. The Ellendale Police Department, something to do with heroin. And me, like a fool, guess what I said? I bet that was a shot in the arm. Not thinking.
Apparently.
Not thinking.
Well,
I sound less intelligent. I sound more intelligent when I'm quiet. Is that the way to say it?
That was actually a pretty good line.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
When you have a good day at business, it's a good shot in the arm. So anyway, Oh my gosh! So now you will not believe who I met with yesterday.
Who's that?
My insurance agent.
About that comment?
Well, about my mouth.
Okay.
My verbal communication skills.
It wasn't about media insurance or anything that we've talked about before.
No, it's like Jim Weller insurance.
Oh boy.
He's already had.
Who's the underwriter?
He's had numerous underwriters. He's already had all these conversations with underwriters and a couple lawyers. Do I really need it? He's saying, do you really need it? And he said, man, I think you needed it a year or two ago. So he's just about got me whittled down to buy some insurance, just in case I were to accidentally. Because it could be on purpose with me.
And I remember I said my insurance company came to me and asked me about it. So
it made my hair curl.
I just think that at some point there's a new product out there.
What's that mean? For hair?
No, for them to sell.
Oh, okay. Well, possibly, but he has this famous saying, and it makes me feel about right because I know people that have sued people. Have enough insurance to make the lawyers go away.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm thinking about it. Let's start the clock on Kevin.
Okay. I have show notes.
Look at these notes.
I'm prepped.
All right, well, go ahead.
I don't know. What do you
talk
want
to me. Well, I want to talk about this. I don't want to forget this.
Okay. Well, let me. I was driving over here.
Okay. And you got a speeding ticket?
No.
Okay.
No,
you got a warning this time?
No, I don't want to get stuck. I got a light out in the back of my truck, and I'm really hoping I don't get pulled over because I don't have a driver's license because I left it in the Orlando airport.
Holy mackerel!
I got to get to DMV, and I haven't had time, and that's really it's on my mind.
As long as you say I didn't have time, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't.
And I actually have a letter in my truck that says from the Orlando airport that they're mailing me my driver's license back.
Okay.
It's 2 weeks old. They haven't done it yet. How long does it take?
It's a government agency.
Yeah, it's I'm never going to see it again. So
I doubt you are.
So I was driving over here, and
with no driver's license in your possession.
I apparently have joined the Jim Weller shopping club.
Why? What happened now?
Well, Jerry Santorum has been working in my house for almost a year.
Right.
Like daily, I think.
Oh, really?
Well,
you took him to raise.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. I go to Dr. Bud.
Okay.
DryZone just fixed a piece of fallen concrete for me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and they did a great job. And Rick Fowler fixed the computer for me last week. So I'm apparently a member.
I'll fix that light out.
And
Colin will fix the light out for you.
All I'm doing is waiting for a truck to become available so you can fix the air conditioner.
You got a light out.
So, yeah. Well, that's what the light. There you go.
Go to Milford, take us all to lunch, and get your light fixed.
There you go. So
we'll go.
I'm apparently a member of the Jim Weller shopping club.
Well, you know what I could say if you are?
And I didn't know that.
You're in good company.
Everybody. Let me tell you about Rick Fowler. I took him a computer. I was on my way here, like the last show I did. I don't know, like a month ago, and dropped one off on my way. Came over here, and when I left, I had a voicemail from him saying it's fixed.
He took that long?
And then I sent him. I said my wife will be by next week to pick it up. She went by and he didn't even charge me. He said,
get out of town.
He said it was just simple. I'll just take it. Yeah.
Oh, he's
Seriously.
too kind.
Yeah. He fixed it.
He is a kind guy.
He had a power supply in the back, and that's what it was. And he said,
"Oh my gosh,
here you go, take it." So
isn't that nice?
That was amazing.
I mean, that's old school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did a great job. So
wow. Well, good.
Anyway, so that's enough about the Weller Shopping Club.
Oh well, let's talk about Jerry Santoro.
Okay.
No, whatever he's doing has got to be a visual improvement.
There's an awful lot of missing trees and a lot of added pavers.
Okay.
So yeah, he's
good.
He's
the absence of trees creates the need for pavers.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think he's moving in.
What is happening with you though? Every night I'm seeing pictures at the Freeman stage.
Oh, we are busy. This is the Freeman stage is in the heart of its season. So
they do something more than once a week.
Oh yeah. Well, it's every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
And then other artists, some of the national artists have to be in other days because you've got to get them when they're in the area.
Okay.
So, hey, Duane.
Dwayne's coming in.
Last week we did Blues Traveler, and then we did Better Than Ezra, and we did the Wallflowers. The Wallflowers is a band that's fronted by Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan's son. They were absolutely fabulous.
How do they get such good bands?
They were that was probably one of the best rock and roll shows I've seen in years. I mean, they were. Jacob Dylan is everything. I mean, what you want his father to sound like you can understand him, and he sings really well. Jacob's got
really,
but he sounds like his dad at the same time. They were great. Next week's Gary Clark, blues guitar player. He's there. They've got next week. They kind of do a lot of tribute acts, which is a big thing for Freeman. They have a week where they do that. They've got Back to the '80s, which is the band's called Jesse's Girl, which is a tribute to the '80s, and then they've got Hollywood Nights, which is a Bob Seger tribute. That's coming up. Then I think my favorite show of the season is going to be on the 30th, and that's going to be Sutton Foster. She's a Broadway singer, and so if you're a Broadway fan,
can you still get tickets?
There's tickets still for that one.
Okay.
Like Chicago sold out. They have some shows that were sold out. Blue Traveler, which was sold out.
Chicago's coming.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Now, what do you do there?
We're the production drive. We
so
do
like all them speakers and lights and everything.
Everything that you see, from the sound, lights, the visual stuff, the whole production. We're in charge.
Wow.
Labor, staging, that stuff.
Everything.
They own. Yeah. I mean, they have their own stage. We do additional staging and decking and that kind of thing. And crowd control with bike rack around the facility.
Oh, really?
And cable ramps and that kind of stuff. And
wow.
So they're wonderful partners with us. This is our 10th year with them.
Well, if somebody was watching or listening, what does Mid-South Audio need? Do you need more business? Do you need more customers? We got anything for rent or for sale?
We do. We could always use more customers. We've been doing this show, about Tech Talk Live that you were getting ready to mention.
I got to be honest. You're on your third time, I think.
We've done 3. Yeah. Fourth one's coming up.
I'm impressed. How did you build such an audience?
That's gone. The last show was really, it did well. It had a lot of views. We talked about the wireless microphone change, and this is kind of an inside baseball thing, but if you're a wireless microphone owner, the FCC, in their infinite wisdom, has sold off a huge chunk of the bandwidth, and so a lot of wireless microphone owners are going to lose the ability to use their wirelesses. You are not with yours.
Okay, well, good.
Since this show, we've sold 36 wireless systems that were just in the exchange program, because Shure is offering money because they know this is happening, so they're saying give us your old ones, we'll give you a brand new one, and in most cases they're paying you what you are turning in. If you buy the right wireless, they'll refund what you're going to turn in.
Really?
It's that good of a deal.
That's a great company.
It's only gonna last till the middle of, I think, April 28th or something next year is when it cuts off.
Wow.
So people are getting on it, ahead of the game. And then other people, we have a school that owns 40-some wirelesses. They're budgeting for it, and they're doing fundraising because, you own 40 wirelesses that are $1,000 a piece. And you weren't planning on doing this.
$40,000.
Yep.
Opposite of a shot in the arm.
Yeah, exactly. So that last show was great, and this next show we're expecting even better things because we're going to be giving away. QSCs are going to be our guest, and you guys use a QSC TouchMix 30 here.
Okay.
The smaller mixer in that line is the TouchMix 8. It was the first one that was introduced, and they're going to be. It's on the screen right now. They're going to be giving away one of those absolutely free. The only thing you got to do is send an email to.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a picture, Brooks. I didn't realize it. I'm sorry.
I prepped. I did that.
I'm sorry. I got Brooks taking a picture, and you're already 5 steps ahead of me.
You send an email that's to info@midsouthaaudio.com, and it just has to say in the subject, free TouchMix 8. And the email is, why do I deserve a free TouchMix 8? Why should you give me one?
Okay.
And then they're going to be selected at random. So somebody's going to have one. We're going to give that away on the August show. QSC is going to be on the July show, which is coming up on the 25th.
July?
Yeah.
So 25th, a week from Tuesday.
Yep. And but we're going to give it away the following month. So it gives people, they still have
August 29th.
A month to A month to enter. So we're really excited about that. That's going to be a big deal. We've
Well,
been
I'm
getting
amazed
some really
the show
cool.
started from scratch, and
It did.
man, you just took off like a rocket.
Yeah, we did our production conference at Crossroad Community Church, and we wanted to do this as kind of a value-added thing. We announced it there, and it's taken off, and people love it. We get a lot of comments about it. We get lots of questions, and we get phone calls on the air. So it's been a cool thing.
It's a Facebook Live show.
It is a Facebook.
So
Live
where can
show.
somebody watch that
And
show?
it's on Facebook. You go to our website. You can click on Tech Talk Live and watch it. It's on Facebook Live, and we do it in the Catch It Live studios with Colin. Colin's there with us. So both Collins are there with us.
Colin and Colin.
So yeah. So it's we're really excited about this. It's the next week is the 25th, and then that's the day I gotta run down. I will be in Chincoteague that morning.
Oh, really?
Because we're going to be broadcasting the pony swim for the first time.
Aren't you riding one across?
I am. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to swim with the ponies. Yeah. I'm announcing that on the show.
Have you got
right
any
now.
extra? You need any more help that day? I'd like to go.
What we're actually going to do is broadcast the pony swim on a 16 by 10 video wall at the park there in Chincoteague, where the ponies come in, and then we're wirelessly linking the announcement of all that from the fire department to multiple locations throughout the town. They've never done this before.
We should have it wirelessly playing on that thing you sold us over in our showroom.
There you go.
I think there's a way to do that. Maybe
there probably is.
There probably is.
Yep, there could be. So
Okay.
We're excited about that. So we'll be there that morning, and then the pony swim's the following day. So that's been a cool tradition.
You going down there personally?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yep.
Will you? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I may check it out.
Cool.
Who knows?
All right.
All right. Anything else?
I'm out of time.
Well, real quick, how's Debbie doing?
Debbie is wonderful, and the house is doing well. I saw some of the girls. She saw some of the girls just yesterday, and I think they have a outing plan tomorrow afternoon after church. So she's got one. I think she's got one bed open. The rest of the show almost a full house. So
good job.
Doing well. Yep.
I took a tour of it. Me and Denise did, and it was kind of nice.
Yeah, and thanks for you donated a bicycle.
Oh, well, mainly Denise. So
Denise donated the bike. Well,
yeah, it was a bike we had, but she fixed it all up. I mean,
And
even the valve stem was crooked. And she took the tires off and straightened the valve stem up.
That's very appreciated.
It was like, holy mackerel. So, all right, you want to go to breakfast today?
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you
with
have
me.
time or no?
Yeah,
You'd have
I do.
to wait.
I did not originally, and then.
Oh, you don't have to. That's okay.
No. But things
I'll
have
eat
changed.
without
so
you.
I'm
Okay.
good. No,
All right.
No, I
We're
gotta
gonna go to Smith's Cafe.
We can do that.
Okay, so now you
I
got to
used
hang. We'll
I
get you
used to
back
go
on
to-
at
I used
9:30
to
a
go to
little bit.
Smith's restaurant.
Yeah.
When Duane was my waiter.
No
and
kidding.
that's the truth. And
Did you
was,
tip him?
I did. He was the best
Okay.
waiter I think they ever had.
Oh my
So,
gosh!
I mean, I knew then he was.
I
gonna
hope
be a
his
great
mom's
preacher.
listening.
You know, because do you remember that?
I talked to you for a half hour.
He stopped at the table and preached to you. Yeah,
Well, here,
yeah.
if you're going to stay, why don't you come on a little bit when Duane? Because Duane's going to talk between 8:30 and 9 and 9 and 9:30.
I tell you what, I thought the world of Duane's grandfather. So,
Well, good.
You know, it's sad that Arnold's no longer with us, but we all know where Arnold is. So there's a lot of comfort in that. So.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be glad to hang around.
Well, then good. We'll do that. All right, everybody.
And then maybe Duane could go to lunch with us and he can wait on us. You know, we can just reminisce.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. All right.
All right, I'm out of here. Thanks.
All right. I sold the Beatles video, just so you all know. So cancel the rest of the phone calls. All right. What's the next thing? We have talked to Kevin Short about Mid-South Audio. Can I talk real quick about Dave Wilson's auction? Man, they got a couple big auctions today. One of them is, of course, right in Lincoln City, right on Route 113. Every Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock, they got stuff inside, outside, all over the place. Multiple auctioneers. Wilson's Auction. Okay, been there over 40 years now. But they're also having an off-site auction today. Tractors, farm equipment, storage building, trailer, mopeds, lawn and garden, tools, personal property, and more, starting at 10 o'clock this morning also. And that is in Bramhall Street, Georgetown. So an off-site auction today and an auction in Lincoln today. Then Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, they always have their auto auction. So if you got something you want to sell, you got something you want to buy, it's Wilson's Auction. Good people. They'll get it sold. They'll turn it into cash. So if you got a closet full of stuff or a garage full of stuff and you just say, I'm done with it, I don't want to have a yard sale, I don't want to be bothered with it, you get it to Wilson's Auction in Lincoln and they'll get it sold. If you got any questions, their phone number is 422-3454, 422-3454. You can check them out online at Wilson's Auction. I forgot. wilsonsauction.com. Okay? And that's on the World Wide Web. Good guy, good people, good team, buying, selling, whatever. You just want to go to an auction and just have the fun of hanging out there. Check it out. Okay? Route 113 in Lincoln or down in Georgetown. They're having another one today. Brandon Ritter, you've been doing a good job over there. How you holding up?
I'm holding up pretty good.
Holding up pretty good. Yep. Brooks' shoes are big shoes to fill, are they not?
Are. Yeah, a lot of screens and buttons and gadgets.
I had a lot of comments on Brooks last week. People saw him in person working, said that man really does a good job. So thank you, Brooks, for that. They also noticed that Colin II was a pretty busy guy too. So a lot of wires, a lot of stuff, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And I want to say thanks to Colin II, Brandon today, Brooks last week, and Brooks will be in sales here in a little bit. So we're going to take a break in a minute from the radio. So if you're listening on the radio and you want to continue to watch this show, go to my Facebook page. It's Jim Weller, and it's right there, Facebook Live. You can also watch it on My Cozy TV, which is Comcast 204, Mediacom 99, over the air at 31.2. You can also watch it now at WellerDoesDelmarva.com or later. Brooks gets it posted there. Somehow you can watch it right now live, correct? But then after the show, Brooks has to do something to it, polish it or tune it up or something, and then it'll be on by about noon, by lunchtime Monday, right? All right, so you can see this show in many different places. If you ever want to be on this show, or I have a Wednesday night show that I do with Colin, which is live with Walls and Weller, we got some openings. So sometimes we charge you, sometimes we don't. It depends on the scenario and so on. So if you have an interest in being involved in any of our shows, or anything, let me know. There's even some advertising opportunities that exist, okay? So it's Weller Does Delmarva. This is show number 201, our 201st show. And in a few minutes, we're going to be having Duane Smith on, the pastor at Sussex County Bible Church. And we're going to talk to him a little bit about his grandfather, Arnold Smith. And we've just got a lot of stuff going on. So that's what we're doing. We'll probably have Kevin Short back on after a while. So are we ready for a break? No, not yet. All right, well, I'm going to keep right on jabbering. So this is official jabbering. Oh, now we're going to take the break. All right, so we're taking a break from the radio. Going to play another commercial. Going to have Colin Walls on, and then we're going to talk to Duane Smith. We've got some more time, so stay tuned. Weller Does Delmarva. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, Jim Weller here, and I want to tell you an item. I think I only have one or two of these left, okay? So they're priced right, they're priced to go, and they're a lot of fun. It's this. You got to look at it from a different angle. It's sideways right here, okay? It's a paddle boat, not a pedal boat. It's a paddle boat, okay? Pedal. I'm sorry, it's not even a paddle boat. It's a pedal boat, all right? A pedal boat because it's got pedals, okay? Not like a gas pedal or a brake pedal now. We're talking pedal. You pedal it like a bicycle, okay? So anyway, we've got a couple of these left, and we want to get rid of them. They're brand new. They don't have any holes in them except where you would sit down, because you're probably thinking at these prices there's something wrong. Nothing wrong. Just want to kind of move them on, get some new inventory in here. I think we've had these for a few months, so we got to get rid of them so we can buy some more, all right? So if you want a pedal boat, maybe you have a little pond on your property, maybe you want to take it down to the local lake or whatever and go out with the kids. It holds how many people? One here, and a couple back here, Brooks? Is that right? Maybe yes, maybe no. He's saying, I'm not sure. Maybe this is for your luggage. Okay, I'm not sure. But anyway, it holds two people for sure. But it's called a three-person. So anyway, and here's how you steer it. This is so cool. Isn't that a nice steering wheel? Hear it? Just like that, all right? And if you really pedal fast, you can get up the plane, like you could pull somebody on a tube or something like that if you want to. So anyway, how much is this thing? $499. Just under $500, okay? Anyway, if you need one, you want one, no sales tax in Bridgeville, Delaware, okay? At least temporarily. And if you need financing, can we finance this thing? Sure we can, Brooks says. So, and if you want to buy more than one, if we have more than one, you can buy more than one, okay? Other than that, you say, how in the world do I get a hold of you? First of all, you can call me on the telephone at 337-8228. Dial the numbers in that order. They work best. check me out at Wellers.com, or better yet, come on in on Route 13 in Bridgeville and see us at Wellers Utility Trailers. We are here. We are ready for you. And we want to sell this pedal boat, not a paddle boat, pedal boat as soon as possible, because then we can go to lunch. All right, other than that, that's it. I got to go. I'll see you. Goodbye. Brooks, you were pointing that way, then this way. Look at this guy. He looks like, what's that called? An orchestra. What's the guy that has the little stick?
Maestro
Brooks. We haven't even had a word with Brooks all morning.
I know. It's been great, hasn't it? Oh.
I did not say that.
Oh, you weren't coming from that angle. Okay.
If Brooks's mom is watching, I did not say that. Okay? Colin, what are you doing over there today?
Well, we just want to talk a little bit about air conditioning work today.
Again?
And I'm not sure if it's ready yet, but I've got a short little video here we're going to play. Because what I was saying earlier, how it's not always a major problem with your air conditioner that's causing the problem of why it's not cooling properly. So we had a van in there the other day, and it had quite a few miles on it.
Okay.
And so it's been out on the road a lot. Do we have that ready, Colin? Yeah, so what we found was that, Judge, we can look at the pressures. We hooked the system up to it. And here's what we found. Let
me see if I can
This is
find
a radiator here.
I see a rag.
Yep, that's covering up the intake.
Okay.
So, and you see all the stuff that's blowing out?
Look at that. Look at the front of the radiator, how dirty it is down there.
But you know what's in front of that? The air conditioning condenser. So that's what went through the condenser and actually got into the radiator. So
this would be somebody that drives could be a farmer's truck or something like that.
Yes.
A lot of dust and not a lot of highway usage.
Exactly, yeah.
Would that be a fair?
Well, probably a lot of highway use. I don't think they put 300-some thousand miles on it on the farm, but
more than fields out.
If you have a dirt driveway, or a long driveway that's dirt,
and
or
that's
something
you guys can handle.
We can figure it out. Yeah. So, and I actually had to pull the whole condenser out and wash it down and then blow it out with air. That was, and I didn't get video of that, but we got video of the radiator. So that's everything that went through the condenser and into the radiator. And what it does is it prevents air from blowing across that. So the refrigerant runs through there because it gets hot.
Right.
It pulls all the heat out of the air. The refrigerant runs through that in kind of like a serpentine
And as you ride down the road, the air blows through it.
Right. And as you're sitting still, the fan will pull air across it. And it wasn't allowing air to go through that to cool it down.
If that fan could talk.
Yeah, if the fan could talk, it would be screaming. Well, it's like, I don't know, trying to suck air out of something that has got a plug on the end.
Trying to suck air out of a collapsed straw.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Right. Yep, and that's exactly
trying to eat soup with a fork.
Yeah.
You're going to work hard and get nowhere.
Yeah. So anyway, those are just some of the things that to prove that it's not always a major component or something major wrong with your car. So Wall Service Center, 422-8110, right there on the screen. Milford, Delaware, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. WallServiceCenter.com on the web. Check us out there.
All right. Good people. I deal with them. I highly recommend them. Wall Service Center. Check them out. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit with Brooks real quick because we've got some time to kill, and you're the best person to kill time with. Okay, this is Brooks Ritter, one of Robin Ritter's favorite sons.
The favorite.
Is Robin watching?
Maybe.
Good morning, Robin, if you're watching. Okay, I'm very proud of all of your sons, and I enjoy working with two of them. Some days. At least on Sundays. Okay.
So how are we doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm
Where in the
doing
world
great.
have you been?
Oh, over there working the
Never
iPads.
seen a guy take so long eating a pack of crackers.
When you're hungry, you
hungry.
just want to savor each bite.
All right. What's the deal with the beard?
I'm just trying to look a little older.
You definitely do.
Yeah, and I found
less
that
friendly, less approachable, and older.
Oh, see, I found
Good thing you're not in sales.
That people, especially older people, don't like dealing with young people.
Hold on, Brooks. There's a turning moment. We're back, everybody. I hope you've missed us. We missed you. And I hope nobody got any speeding tickets while we were on break, okay? All right, so anyway, we're talking to Brooks Ritter. And he is talking about the value of having a beard. Okay? And the last word he said was something about older people. Go ahead, Brooks.
Thank you for setting that one up for me. No, I just find that when people deal with people, sometimes the younger crowd have a hard time dealing with people that are more mature. So the beard, I feel, makes me look.
I don't want you in here talking about your brother. Come on, just talk generically, all right?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, go ahead.
But I just find that the beard makes me look a little older. I get taken more seriously, and it makes me feel, or it makes me appear wise.
Oh my gosh!
Key word is a
now
beard.
I have no beard. What are you saying? I'm an old, unwise person.
No,
that nobody listens to.
You're just more mature, so you don't need the beard to look more mature.
Okay, good recovery, Brooks.
All the knowledge and wiseness has caused the hair to fall out.
Right, that's what it is.
Gotcha.
All right.
You're struggling.
Well,
in
I will
knowledge.
say this: you definitely look older.
Thank you.
Okay,
that's
people
what
are
I was
asking me
going for.
what's wrong with him. Like, am I aging him over here?
I won't show.
He's doing it on purpose, folks.
I won't show the balding up here.
Okay,
it's coming.
All right. Anything else?
Well, we're getting ready to open up. I'm going to be heading over to the store here in just a few minutes.
You're going to leave us?
Yeah. So hopefully,
Brooks
Brandon
is going to leave the building.
Yeah.
Make sure you got everything figured out over there, Brandon, before he leaves the room.
I'll leave my cell phone in here. That way, if you text me, I can't answer you.
You can text yourself back to the answer, Brandon. But we got Kevin Shorten here now.
Yeah, but we'll be getting opened up probably about 10-15 minutes. So give us a call, and if you're looking for something, we are going to be short-staffed today.
Short-staffed, so be patient.
Yes.
And it's hot.
Yes, it's going to be Jason and myself for the first hour, and then Jason, myself, and Brandon for the rest of the day. So
you get even slower at that point. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that?
Yeah, come on in, and we will get to you as quick as we can, and take advantage of some of the great specials we have out there.
All right. Wellers.com, 337-8228. Brooks will be in sales by 9 o'clock. Okay? All right. L&W Insurance Agency. Do want to talk about him. He's my good friend, Bill Strickland. I meet with him every now and then. I met with him yesterday, and I'll tell you what, I really do, because every time I meet with him, I tell him stories about people I know that had a very bad insurance experience where they deal. And one thing Bill says, well, listen, here's what separates us from the crowd. He said it again yesterday. He said, if you need insurance, you can buy insurance anywhere. You can buy it over the phone from somebody that's thousands of miles away from you that will never meet you, or you can buy it from a local company like L&W Insurance Agency. And when you have a problem, they don't say, well, here's the 800 number and who you need to call. When you have an insurance claim, L&W Insurance Agency gets involved. I could tell you scenario after scenario where I've had something happen where they got involved and I didn't have to talk to the insurance company. And even when I have like insurance inspections and audits and things like that, they always there. They keep an eye on things. They help guide me through the process. I like that. Okay? So if you want to buy insurance from a company that's going to be involved with you, not just selling you the insurance, but when you need your insurance agent, that's L&W Insurance Agency, okay? I double-checked this. They have been in business since 1932. I think that is like 85 years, folks. So, Bill Strickland is not 85 years old. Or if he is, he's very well preserved. What I'm saying is, he's my insurance man. He's bought L&W Insurance Agency, and he's a good guy. They will come to you if you're a commercial customer. They will help you any way they can. They do sell residential insurance. All my kids deal with them. I got a lot of friends. They got car insurance there, life insurance, health insurance. I'm getting ready to buy media insurance, okay? He's only asked me for about 3 years to buy this, so he's whittled me down. So anyway, I just want to let you know it's L&W Insurance Agency, 856-7828, lwinsurance.com on the web. Give them a call, check them out. They're good people. I do not love buying insurance, but I love being adequately insured. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask my next guest to prep and come on down. Okay, he's arrived. Just so you know, this is a very big studio. When you get here, you will have an impression. It could be different than the impression you were going to have. So come on over here, Duane, and have a seat. This is Pastor Duane Smith, and we're going to spend a time of a little bit of reminiscing and kidding and joking and just celebrating the life of your grandfather. But I think we're taking a picture first, right over here, right there. Is there a glare, Kevin? No. Okay, the glare moved. I'm just kidding. Oh, this is like one big joke. I need insurance. All right. So anyway, I need a muzzle. Duane, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm weller.
Well,
How was that?
Good.
All
good.
right.
Thanks for having me on
coming.
today.
This is
Appreciate
nice. This is nice.
Had a great,
kind of a
great time.
somber moment, but kind of a celebratory moment. In other words, your grandfather, his name was Arnold Smith.
Mm-hmm.
How old was he?
He was 86. 86, and he passed away this past Monday, July 10th.
Okay, and peaceably.
Yeah.
Right.
He was up at Delaware Hospice. Great, just an incredible place, incredible people up there.
Okay.
They just make you feel at home, and it's just it was I guess as good of an experience as you can have in that situation. So.
Wow.
But yeah.
So you're his grandson?
Yep, have been for almost 45 years.
No kidding. Ever since you were born?
Ever since I was born. In fact, in my baby book, which my mom still has, she recorded the first words of everyone in the family that was there, and his first words upon seeing me was, "His head looks like a watermelon." So I'm not sure.
That was his farming experience.
Exactly, I think so.
Okay.
But anyway, so.
Well, he didn't say it looked like a microchip.
that's better.
So anyway, the services. When are his services?
His services are Sunday evening, tomorrow evening. There's a viewing at Short Funeral Services there in Georgetown on Market Street. That's 6 to 8. And then on Monday, there will be another viewing from 12 to 1, and then a funeral at 1 o'clock, and that will be at Calvary Baptist Church in Georgetown, which is on 113, right next door to the SPCA.
And that was his church?
Well, that was the church we grew up in as kids.
Okay.
So for the last, I would say, 10, 12 years or so, he attended the church I pastor. He was a member there. So, yeah.
But was he? But he was a long time attendee of the other church.
Yeah,
Did he help build it or start it?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting story. My grandparents were not Christian, were not religious people, and they had a total of 8 children, all within a fairly short time, 10 years maybe.
Oh, wow.
And the first child passed away, born prematurely, only lived a couple of days. Then their last child passed away within a year, and after a surgery, and that kind of set my grandmother on a search. I don't even think she knew what she was searching for. But she heard a preacher on the radio, a preacher from South Carolina who had I don't know I'm not in the radio world, but syndicated or something like that. And so she started.
We know what that word means.
Exactly.
Syndicated.
Yep. I always just think of reruns, but anyway. He was on the air, and she started to write letters to him and corresponding back and forth. And so through that experience, he pointed her to Christ. She became a Christian, and not long after that, my grandfather became a Christian, and that set them on a path of wanting to let everyone in their sphere of influence just know about who Jesus was and experience what they'd experienced and the life change and everything.
Were they shy people?
Well, I didn't know them back then.
Okay,
I wasn't
that's
born.
true. What am I thinking?
But I know
another one of my famous questions.
I do know that after they became Christians, they certainly weren't shy.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Did becoming a Christian help them become more outward?
I think they were probably outgoing people to begin with.
Okay.
That would be my guess, just knowing the personalities. But my grandmother was a really good cook, so she would kind of invite people over for Sunday dinner, and then and the deal was come over after church.
Okay.
And so they'd take people to church or invite them, and
that's a good idea.
And so they were members of First Baptist Church in Seaford, believe it or not. This would have been many years ago, and then many of their friends they were from my grandparents from Georgetown, as they were becoming Christians, wanted something a little more local, so they ended up in Georgetown, and they started. My grandfather, Sam Wilson, in fact, I think Kevin's parents were involved in this, and some others founded First Baptist Church in Georgetown, which is on the highway there.
Okay.
And then in time, they migrated over to Calvary Baptist Church in Georgetown, which was a fledgling little work at the time, and that's where I spent most of my life.
Is there
from about 5 years old on up to. I did a 2-year internship there on staff, and then we started Sussex County Bible Church back in 2004.
Wow.
So
we have a video. You want to play a video? I'd like to. Do you want to? What do you want to tell us? Which, I don't even know which one it is.
Yeah, I had my grandfather was one that was always sharing stories and always wanted to give advice, especially to his kids and his grandkids. And one day I was in the office there at my parents' car dealership, and I pulled out my smartphone kind of when he started talking and started filming him kind of secretly. And he was sharing with me kind of a little lesson or story about humility.
Okay.
And that's what this is. So.
All right. And so for those listening on the radio, this is going to be a video.
I put this on YouTube. Just
okay.
Kind of
so they can find it there. Just look up Arnold Smith?
I would imagine if you look up Arnold Smith, it'll pop up somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Brooks, won't you double check that? We'll do that after 9, if that's okay. So we're going to play that again after 9. So if you are listening on the radio, I got to thinking because there were some words and stuff.
Yeah.
So the radio audience, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to Duane after 9 o'clock, okay? So if you could, after 9, you can watch. We're going to play a couple. Can we do the Elvis one too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure.
So hopefully we're going to play a couple videos after 9 o'clock. So we'll be off the radio at that point. So if you're listening on the radio and you want to watch after 9, you can watch it at My Cozy TV. You can watch it on my Facebook Live, okay? And if you're busy, you can go back to wellerdoesdelmarva.com after noon Monday and watch this whole show.
Right.
So, but let's just audibly finish up for right now, and then at 9 o'clock, we'll play both those videos. Is that okay?
Sure.
So anyway, let's talk about your church just real quick, okay? Do you have church tomorrow?
We do.
Is it every Sunday, or is there a Saturday, or a?
Yeah, we have services every Sunday at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Every Sunday morning, and our meeting place is out. It's on Route 5, also Harbison Road.
Okay. Is there a boat place near there?
Pontoon Express is our next door neighbor.
Okay.
And so,
I hate to say that, but I just it's a visual.
No, and if you're between Long Neck and the light at Harbison, we're about midway. There's a flashing light there at the old Indian Mission Church. We're right in that vicinity, so you can find us online at sussexbible.com. And one thing to mention, we have a soccer camp every summer, and that's upcoming July 9th through the August 9th through the 11th. That's for kids 5 to 10. It's a great experience. It's a half-day camp every for 3 days, and you can register on our website, sussexbible.com, or go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/sussexbible.
Can you see or hear any of your services online?
You can hear them on our website. We put them up there, and every week, and we're on this station, 105.9.
Oh yeah,
every Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. Yep.
All right. So if somebody was looking for a church, what would they expect at your church?
How
would you describe it, I guess?
We have a group of people that are caring and loving, and I've experienced that personally, but as I've said before, they were super caring and loving towards my grandfather, especially after the loss of his wife, so that was a huge blessing. For me as a pastor, to see my grandfather being loved on was just encouraging.
So it's a church for all ages.
Yeah, we've got quite a few kids. In fact, that's one of our struggles, is finding space for all of them.
Okay.
So I'd say a third of our church are children.
Okay.
And
so it's a very family-friendly church, it sounds like.
Yeah. So our services are about an hour and a half long. Music, preaching. Our preaching, one of the things that we're committed to is preaching through the scriptures, kind of verse by verse, book at a time, that type of thing. So we try to stick as closely to the scriptures as we can in the preaching. But yeah, it's just a family friendly,
locally owned, locally operated.
There you go.
You started the church.
Yeah, we started. It started as a Bible study. Actually, it wasn't intended to be a church to begin with.
Okay.
So it started as a Bible study, and and grew out of that, and here we are all these years later. So
good job, though.
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah, thank the Lord for the opportunity. So
you're going to hang out with us. We're going to have you back on after 9 o'clock.
Sounds good.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about Arnold Smith. Hopefully going to be able to play these videos so people can watch them. So again, they can see it on Facebook. And if anybody's busy right now and they say, I just want to see it later, my Facebook page is Jim Weller on Facebook.
Right.
And you can just go there and look at it, or after Monday, it's at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. All right, Duane, I'm going to do a couple other things, and I'll come back to you about 9:05-ish, okay?
Great, thanks.
All right, everybody, that was Duane Smith, and we're going to talk some more with him in a little bit. Now, I do want to talk real quick about my accountant. That's George Luff & Associates. Good people. I've dealt with them for quite a while, and they do all of my accounting work. So if you're looking for an accountant, he has an office in Dover and in Milford and in Rehoboth. Milford, Dover, and Rehoboth. Been around a long time. I've dealt with him for over 25, 30 years, okay? And he also helps us with our payroll. It's called Easy Payroll. So a lot of people that own businesses maybe do their own accounting or have another accountant, but the payroll is always a problem. So if you just want some help, they'll help you a little bit, or they'll help you to whatever degree you want. You do not have to deal with them for your accounting work, but if you need help with payroll, Luff & Associates can help you out. Now, their phone number is 422-9699, 422-9699, and on the web, it's luffcpas.com, luffcpas.com. Now, I got another guy that I really want to talk about that has been a supporter of the show, and he's my friend Scott Sockrider. And if you need any power washing, I notice a lot of people getting their houses power washed, or their cement around their pools, or concrete, or whatever the word is. Anyway, he does all kinds of things. He does trucks, farm equipment, decks, porches, sidewalks, whatever. He also does restaurants. He does like the hoods, that go up through the ceiling or something, the inside part over the outside. He's been doing power washing over 14 years. He does Delaware and the Eastern Shore of Maryland. He has what's called no pressure roof cleaning also. Saw somebody the other day, he posted a picture where somebody had somebody come and power wash their roof. It was just all these streaks back and forth. You're not supposed to use high pressure on a roof. It's supposed to be this no pressure, and he cleans roofs like that. So he does fleet and truck washing. He's fully self-contained, good guy. I've dealt with him many times on many properties. I'm very happy with him. He has on Facebook, you can just look him up, Professional Power Wash on Facebook. You can like him there. His name is Scott Sockrider, or you can look him up online, theprofessionalpowerwash.com. His phone number is 858-9568, 858-9568, okay? One more person I want to mention, as I hear Colin Walls talk about automotive air conditioner repairs and so on, it makes me think about how fortunate I am that I have air conditioning at my business and at home and so on, and everything's working. So I deal with first class heating and air. So if you need somebody to do air conditioning work, if you got something that's not working, whether you bought the unit from them or you bought it somewhere else, they'll go ahead and take care of it. If you need a new unit, or you want to talk about some more duct work or having something repaired, they do all kinds of heating and air conditioning work. They sell many makes and models of things. They stand behind what they do. They've been in business now over 40 years, serving Delaware and parts of Maryland. So I want to let you know, their people are background and drug tested. Their vehicles are lettered. The people are wearing uniforms when they come, and they know what they're doing. So it's first class heating and air, locally owned, locally operated. Like I say, been around over 40 years, and they do a good job. They offer 24/7 emergency service. So if you need them, give them a call. If your system's not working just right, or you got a bunch of family coming in, got a vacation with you, and you don't want anything to go wrong, call for a service. Just have it serviced. They have maintenance agreements too. So it's 934-8900, 934-8900. First class heating and air. They offer home performance services, and they also do plumbing and heating and air conditioning. 934-8900, the words First Class HVAC.com. First Class HVAC.com. So anyway, today's show has been pretty full. We are going to continue on for another hour, okay? So if you're listening on the radio, here's your opportunities. One, you can switch right over to Facebook. Jim Weller on Facebook. We're Facebook Live in right now. You can back it up and watch the show later if you want there. You can go to My Cozy TV, which is Comcast 204, Mediacom 99, and over the air at 31.2. Or you can watch it at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. WellerDoesDelmarva.com. That's where people that are a long ways away that aren't on Facebook watch our show. WellerDoesDelmarva.com, and you can watch the show again later if you want. So right now you can watch it live, and afternoon Monday it will be posted there indefinitely. So it's Weller Does Delmarva. We're on our 201st show. Who'd have thought it? After 9 o'clock, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have Duane Smith on, and we're going to talk a little bit more about his grandfather, Arnold. We're going to play a couple videos. One of them is a really good video on humility, being humble, okay? Another one is he's got a little bit of some dance moves as Elvis would have had, okay? So not seen just everywhere, all right? But that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk to Duane and so on. I think Kevin Short's going to chime in with us to some degree, and then we're going to finish out the show in the last half hour, 9:30 to 10, going to welcome some phone calls, so anybody that wants to call in. So we've had our share of technical difficulties here today, but I think some of them are heat related, and so anyway, and then everybody gets hot around the collar when something doesn't work just right. But we try hard, so we appreciate you watching the show. Fran, if you're listening, we thank you for all you do back at the studio to make Weller Does Delmarva the show that it is. This is a live show. If you ever have an interest in being on the show, let me know. We'll talk about it. I've got some spots available. Some advertising opportunities may exist. Also, we have another show on Wednesday night. So if you've never saw this show, it's called Live with Walls and Weller. If you would take a minute and like that Facebook page, Live with Walls and Weller, and click on notifications, that way you can see what's going on. If you're watching me now on Facebook, if you would hit the share button one time, I'd appreciate it, so you let all your friends know what's going on, because we're going to be winding down on the radio now, and then we are going to continue on TV, Facebook, and streaming. So everybody, have a good weekend. I went by the barbecue chicken at Greenwood. It's cooking. It's ready. So get yourself some chicken. Have a good weekend, and I will talk to you next Saturday with more Weller Does Delmarva, and I'll be right back after this commercial break. Here we go. Include delivery and setup right to your place. I've always wanted to play on this right here, and Brooke said it's just real easy. Do you get in here? Do I get in here? I get on the ball. Hold on, everybody. Let me see if I can do this. Are you ready? Wow. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, that's too exciting. So anyway, this is not one size fits all, is it? This is for little kids. But this is pretty, looks like my speed. So anyway, we're just letting you know at Weller's in Bridgeville, we've got, how do I do this? We've got swing sets. Holy mackerel. Okay, enough of that. Makes me feel old. But anyway, if you need a swing set for yourself or your grandkids or whoever, they have this nice little ramp that goes up. I can handle that for sure. All right? And they're like one size fits all. Little kids, big kids. Oh my, here we go. Oh, I'm vertically challenged, but I'm still too tall for it. So it's kind of neat, all right? If you can see it, this is it. Oh, I wish I could do the slide, but I'm not going to take the chance. Swing sets, Amish made. Guess what? They include delivery and setup to your yard. You leave for work, you come home, and it's all done, all right? That's simple. So if you need one, they're quality crafted, all vinyl, stainless steel hardware. Financing's available. Give us a call, 302-337-8228, and let us help you custom build your Amish-made vinyl swing set. Weller's in Bridgeville. I'll see you. Bye. Everybody, the beginning of the video was a contest, okay? I was saying words, and now we're going to ask you to guess what I was saying at the beginning of that video. We're going to make a contest out of it at 9:30. All right, everybody, we're having a good time here today. We undid all of our equipment last week when we took the show to the DryZone barn, and there was a lot of wires. There's probably 100 wires. and they've all got to be plugged back in and so on. And I think we've realized today that
that they really do all have to be plugged
they really
back
all
in.
do. They all are necessary. We weren't sure they were until today. So, other than that, we have the show here every week,
You thought Brooks was just being a little
overkill.
Overkill.
All these extra wires. We don't need all these wires. Folks, we really do need them all. They all matter. So we apologize for any difficulties, any distress that caused you. But it's going to be good now. We're good. We're here with you on My Cozy TV. Bob Backman was with us last week. He was a great sport. And we're here with you on Facebook Live and WellerDoesDelmarva.com. Going to talk about a few things right up till 9:30. Then at 9:30, we're just going to open the phones up and we're just going to let you talk to us. But we really want to hear what you think of the show, what you wish we did. If you have an idea of somebody you want me to get a hold of and get on the show, we'll take your thoughts and comments, kind and courteous, after 9:30, okay? So, Colin Walls is next. What'd you like? You like the kind and courteous part?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind and courteous sounds
Kind
good.
and courteous. So, Colin, how you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you this morning?
Good. And you're open already?
Wall Service Center is open.
All right.
In the last segment, we talked about some of the people were watching on the radio, and they probably didn't get to see the video too good when they were watching on the radio. So now I'm guessing they've switched over to TV.
Hopefully.
To continue watching, or Facebook Live. And so we want to play this video again.
Okay.
And what it shows is that just because your AC is blowing warm or hot or, just maybe a little bit not performing as well as you think, that it's not always a major component in the system.
Don't
And
panic.
not everybody is going to figure out that this is the problem, because it's kind of one of those things that hardly ever happens, but it does happen.
But through years, like 59 years of experience, you kind of know what to look for.
Well, yeah, we've done a lot of AC work, and we've done it for a long time, so we do know what to look for on a lot of different things, and we can tell by the pressures in the systems and just different things clue us in as to what it might be. But if you want to play that video here, Colin, so this right here is that's actually the radiator. And if you look, you can see all the stuff. I'm blowing it out with an air hose. You can see all the stuff that's coming out of it there. And that is just dirt and bugs and sand and lots of stuff in the radiator. Now, what you don't see is earlier, I had pulled the condenser out of this thing, which is what cools the refrigerant in the car, and it actually sits in front of that. So the radiator and the condenser are at the front of the car. That's what the air blows across. It's right behind your grill. And so all this stuff had gone through the condenser and into the radiator, and wasn't allowing the
coolant to cool,
the refrigerant to get cooled down from the air blowing across it. So whether you're sitting still and the fan is pulling the air across it, or you're driving down the road and it's just blowing the air across it, that's how it cools the refrigerant down on it. So this was a big problem, and it just wasn't performing right.
But a small fix.
But yes, a small
big problem, but a simple fix.
Right, and we can figure that out and figure out what the problem is and take care of it at Wall Service Center. So you want to give us a call? It's 422-8110, right there on your screen. Also, wallservicecenter.com there as well. But we can do air conditioning work and pretty much anything else that you need done on your car, even up to replacing an engine or a transmission on it. We can do it at Wall Service Center.
Still doing glass work?
We do some glass work, yep.
Some glass work,
We're actually kind of to the point where we're only doing glass work just for our customers.
Okay.
That are current customers, and not that we can't make you a current. Exactly.
Right, just another thing.
Yep.
If you like the level of service we already offer, we're going to do, if you need any glass work.
Glass, meaning on your car, windshield or side glass or anything like that, chips, cracks, whatever.
All right.
Yep, Wall Service Center. wallservicecenter.com, 422-8110, downtown Milford.
All right. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you.
All right. And they're open now. Open today till noon, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5:30, and then on Saturday, 8 to noon. All right. I think I'm ready to have Dwayne coming on over, and Kevin can come if he wants. If you want to chime in, you're welcome to. Bring that chair, I guess, so all the chairs will match. No, not that one. Not that one. That one.
Okay.
They got to match. All the chairs got to match. This is another legality.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I got a message.
We got a message
from my mother.
Ooh, about the waiting on people?
No, they're watching, but she said that I have a great radio face, but I'm not sure what that
kidding.
means. Yeah.
Oh, no, now he's on TV. It means comb your hair, just like this.
I text back, said, you do know that means you said I'm ugly.
No, your mother would never say that. So anyway, good morning, Darlene, and everybody that's watching. We are just kind of chit-chatting and reminiscing. I guess we better give Kevin a microphone in case he says something. All right. Only turn it on if it's profound.
Okay.
Okay? All right. So anyway, we're talking about, did you call him Pup-Up or Grandpop or?
Yeah, we called him Pup-Up. That
Pup-Up.
was, that's what we called him as his grandkids.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So what do you want to, do the videos?
Yeah,
We got two of them, actually, I think. Why don't you explain again, just what's the first one? The humility? What's the first one? Are they paying attention to us? These are union guys over here.
Union guys.
What's going on? They were on break. What's the first one, just out of curiosity? Humility. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what it's about, Duane.
Yeah, my grandfather always shared stories, and he was passed on little, I call them like nuggets of wisdom.
Okay.
And so one day I was in the office at my parents' car dealership, and he come in, and he liked to hang out there, and he just started talking, and so I pulled out the phone, started filming, and he started just talking about the importance of humility, and then shared kind of a little story about a time when he was humbled.
Okay.
So that's kind of what this video is about.
All right.
And I made a little tribute video.
Okay. No audio? All right, folks. We're going to take a break from that one.
That's all right. I'm sure it was my homemade video audio splitting thing that did it on my computer.
All right. Well, it was something. Let's blame it on anything but us.
Hey, we're being humbled.
We are being humbled. This is embarrassing. All right. So anyway,
I could explain it. The rest
well, go ahead and explain it. Why don't you?
Basically, he was talking about humility and why humility is important, and he said humility is a great word in the Bible, and it's hard for people to do, and then he said, I know what humble is, and then he went on to share about a story. But my grandfather never learned to read or write.
And you said the other day that never learned how to read or write.
Never did.
Okay.
Couldn't read or write, and so what happened was, he would get these work orders, and he would talk about...
What did he work for, like Pure Oil or something?
Yeah, he worked for Pure Oil Company for 27 years. He was a pump mechanic. And
like a gas pump mechanic?
Yeah, so it like when a gas station would need their gas pump fixed, he would go out and work on it.
You know something else I bet he did? I bet he probably had to go out when they changed the price.
He might have, I'm not sure.
To make it do something different. In other words, where now everything's electronic.
Right. So you have to go in and manually
change something. I'm guessing. Yeah. Well, there's a picture. I guess. Can we put any pictures up or no? Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so he worked on them. So he would get work orders.
Yeah, he would get his work orders in the morning, but he couldn't read them. So
I never thought of that.
He had a little tactic. He would go out into the shop, and that's what he was telling me in the video. And he'd go out into the shop, and he would hand the work order to one of the other fellas, and he would ask him, do you know where that's at? And then the fellow would start reading it, and through that conversation, maybe between him and the other coworker or other guys in the shop, he'd figure out from them reading things out loud what needed to be done and where
Wasn't
it was.
That smart?
Yeah.
They'd say, "Oh yeah, this is Pop's Market, and it's over there on such and such."
And
street.
they have this kind of pump, and,
right?
Or so but that's that's the way he was.
So he was very hands-on.
Oh, big time! Yeah, he was very hands-on. So
did at one point he drive a truck?
Well, eventually he worked at Pure Oil driving transport truck later. So that's
really?
The job there was a terminal. Pure Oil had a terminal down in Seaford, and I think it became Union Oil. And so he drove transport truck, and then after he retired from there, he bought his own tractor trailer. And
him and his wife
and so
went trucking.
He bought his own tractor trailer and did long haul tractor trailer driving for Dewline and Tri-State Trucking. Same company, just had a name change.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, so he drove.
Did he like to travel?
Yeah, that was his thing. My first trip with them was to California driving. We took a van from Delaware to California.
Who all was in that van?
It was me, my parents, my aunt, 2 aunts maybe, and one of my grandfather's nephew, and then also my grandmother was in there.
Man, that was a ride.
Oh yeah, it was a ride.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Anything in particular stick out?
One in particular, we took. Somehow they got the idea to take a whitewater rafting trip.
With the van?
No. with the
I'm
raft.
just kidding with you.
And so I'm 5 years old. We get in this raft and we're going down. I believe it was the Snake River in Colorado, and it was a real bad day.
And you had not done much of this in Sussex County?
No, never.
Okay.
Never. No, I think Trap Pond was about as.
So your mom and your dad and your aunt and your grandparents were not trained professionals?
Not at all.
Okay.
And so we're in this raft, and all I remember was there were times when we were completely submerged, and then we would come up out of the water and huge boulders in this, and the tour guide, as we're going through this, or the guide on the raft was like saying this was a bad idea. So he knew it was a bad idea. And I remember my dad's holding on to me, just trying to keep me from flying out of the raft,
Really?
That was the craziest experience. So at 5 years old, and my grandfather used to laugh and tell the story, because after it was during the thing, I was saying, I think we're going to die. And then when we got out of the raft, I'm like, I think I need to go to the hospital. So it was quite an experience.
Wow.
I remember Las Vegas. We drove through Las Vegas, and I remember seeing all the lights. That was a big deal as a kid.
Okay.
And, in fact, Kevin was just sharing. I didn't realize this, but he went to Graceland with my grandfather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
In the same van?
No. And in 1981, Arnold was a country music fan, but a huge Elvis fan.
Okay.
And so in '81, we went to what is called Fanfare in Nashville with my parents, myself, and then Arnold.
So you went as a child?
Yeah, I was 16, I think, and I would have been 15. Yeah. So
okay.
So we spent the week in Nashville, and then we went on to Memphis, and I mean, Arnold he was all about everything Elvis, and going to Graceland was a big deal. That was pretty cool. But my main memory of that trip was. I spend a lot of time in Nashville now, so I'm really familiar with the city, and doing what we did was just really ridiculous. The fanfare was held in the Municipal Auditorium, which is down near the river, on the bottom at the end of Broadway, and we stayed at the Holiday Inn West End Avenue, which is almost towards Vanderbilt. Which, I mean, it's like 3 miles away, and there were buses, so I guess that made sense. Well, one day we left early and we're going to go back to the hotel, and we all thought we'd be okay to walk. So, and it's uphill. If you're coming from the river back to West End Avenue, you're going to walk uphill. So we got to about Union Station, and your grandfather started dropping hints that maybe this wasn't all that great of an idea, And then, and Mom and Evelyn were like, "No, we're walking." They were going to do it. They were committed. Well, before long, Dad started chiming in that he thought that this would probably be okay if we stopped and got a car, and I was tired of walking too. So finally, your grandfather said, "I think." Do you know how to get one of them cabs? I said, yeah, I believe we can. I never held a cab in my life. I had no idea, So, but we got one to stop, and we got in it, and we didn't do any more walking.
Really?
Not uphill. No.
Wow, that was, and that stuck with you, Kevin.
It did. Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember where we were when we got in the cab, and every time I go to Nashville, you come right off the interstate, and you turn onto Broadway. That's where we were picked up the cab, and I remember it, and I talk about that every time I'm there.
So it's fair to say it scarred you for life as a child.
No, it was just a great experience. It was really cool. Your grandfather liked Marty Robbins. We saw him play, and we went to the Country Music Hall of Fame together. And
did you see Elvis play?
No, this is post '77, so Elvis was dead.
Okay, well supposedly,
He's living in Kalamazoo.
Right?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah. But and then some years later, I don't know what your grandfather was hauling. He was going. He had truck runs a lot to York, Pennsylvania, in that area, and he ran into an Elvis impersonator, and we went to see this Elvis impersonator perform, and we spent the weekend together. And but when I first got my driver's license and was traveling a lot, I remember wanting to go to New York, up into New Paltz, and he had been in that area, and I would call Arnold. I mean, this was before GPS. I mean, I had a map. But I would call him, and then he would tell me over the phone, what to look for, what the landmarks would be, and I'd write that down. And I mean, he was responsible, and then I'd come back and tell him what I saw and what I did. I mean, we'd have these, I was a 16-year-old guy on the phone with. He was 4 years older than my dad.
Wow.
So
he was your first experience like Google.
He was a human GPS.
Your friend lifeline.
Yeah, exactly. But we had and the other thing that we had in common is there's probably nobody else that likes to eat anymore than Arnold Smith did. I mean, that was the fun part about traveling with him. He liked music and he liked to eat. I mean, who could find a better travel companion?
And he didn't want to walk much.
He didn't want to walk much.
Yeah.
He's like my youngest daughter. So we'll go somewhere. If we're traveling, we'll have breakfast. As soon as we get in the car after breakfast, she's like, "So where are we going to have lunch?" and that was like my grandfather. So pretty much, they were already scoping out the next stop for lunch.
Yep.
Wow.
And then the next stop for dinner. Yeah, they were big foodie fans, and that is mostly comfort food though. They were. I was joking with my wife.
A lot of fried chicken.
Oh,
yeah,
fried
potatoes,
food,
a lot of gravy. Yeah,
big time.
Yeah.
Now, this is funny. I was married 23 years ago. Okay. I had never had rice in my entire life until I met my wife.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
Never. I had Rice Krispies.
And crispy treats.
But no rice. Yeah, exactly. We were potatoes and meat and
gravy.
When she served you rice the first time, what's this?
Exactly.
What do you do with this?
Is this a decoration?
It's what do they call it? The thing on the garnish.
It's a garnish.
We ate an awful lot of fried chicken.
Use a smaller plate next time. Save the garnish.
That's right.
Oh my gosh!
But of course, my grandparents, from my grandfather not being able to read or write, what he would do,
what could he read? Signs like speed limits?
I mean, he could make out a number, numbers and stuff like that. But to read,
to just sit down and read.
Yeah, he just couldn't do that. So, like, if you gave him a birthday card, for example, he couldn't read the message.
Okay.
So he could probably figure out whose signatures those were.
Okay.
And but he never learned that. But my grandmother, of course, was always the behind the scenes.
She was always navigating when they rode together.
Exactly, and she was writing the checks and paying the bills and that type of stuff. And there's a picture of him there. That's probably just around the time they met. So. So he's about 17, 18 years old there.
Yeah, it looks like there almost could be a piano in that picture. Like
exactly.
Ready to play.
I thought that too. He never learned to play anything though, but he
could he sing?
He could sing a little, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, we got him, filmed him on his birthday singing "Walking the Floor Over You" by Ernest Tubb.
Yeah.
So little clip of that. He always had these old songs that he would just sing randomly. I remember as a kid hearing him just walking around the kitchen or through the yard, and he'd bust out in the song, And
for anybody that's just tuning in, we're just kind of reminiscing about the life and times of Arnold Smith from Georgetown, just in case somebody's just joining us.
And of course, his kind of the path that he chose to take. He had a farm. He worked for Pure Oil, and then eventually he started going up to the local auto auctions and buying mostly police cars, fleets. When the state police would put their cars up for auction after used, he would go get them and try to get the unmarked ones, and then he'd bring them back and he'd stick wheel covers on them, and some of them he would even paint, and then he'd set it out in the yard and then sell it and set another one out in the yard, and eventually a few more cars, and it grew to a small little car dealership called Smith's Used Cars.
And right where it was.
Started right there. Right in the front yard. And then next to the yard, he cleared a little spot in the field to put a few more cars. And my dad and him worked together doing that for years. And then, of course, my grandparents in time retired, and my dad took the business over. He bought out my grandfather. And, of course, in '86, they got the idea to start a restaurant. So there was a little gas station down the end of our road there at Route 9 and 46, and which is just up from Sussex Tech. And they decided to, initially it was going to be a little convenience store. That my grandfather thought that would be a good thing there. And
so they stopped it. It was no longer a gas station when they got it.
They had done, the fact they had to take all the tanks out and stuff and do all the decontamination back then. But they decided I guess the regulations and everything wasn't any different for a convenience store with a sandwich counter than it was for a restaurant. And so they started the restaurant in '86, and I think it kind of surprised them. It took off, and just really did well.
Did it take off like from the very beginning?
Yeah, I mean the first day I was there, the first day, and that evening, I mean they were running out of all kinds of the food, all the foods they were having. They were running out of stuff.
It was a great place to eat.
Yeah, and so
I was there. I was good for 5 or 6 meals a week.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So you were a light eater at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you'd come in and.
I was serious about you being the waiter.
I remember that. Yeah.
So you were really a waiter.
Well, I started out bussing tables.
Okay.
So that was my first thing. I was in school, and then as I got a little older, what happened was I realized there's more money in waiting tables than bussing tables.
Okay.
So, and the funny thing about the restaurant business was and I don't know if it's just that restaurant per se, because I've never had experience with any other restaurant, but it was like family. So to this day, we see people all over the area here that we knew from the restaurant, and we just pick up where we left off.
Really?
We had people the customers from the restaurant who attended my wedding, who came to funerals, who would come to church events. I mean, it was just like, they were just normal friends and almost like family. It was really an amazing experience.
So the business really wasn't a business. It was just an extension of their relationships with people.
In some ways, yeah. I mean, and it employed most of our family. So my grandparents had 6 children, and I think all 6, if I remember correctly, with the exception maybe of 1 or maybe 2, but 1, I think. Everyone else worked in the restaurant.
Wow.
So Jimmy, my Uncle Jimmy, he was he did a lot of the cooking, and then my Aunt Marilyn did a lot of the cooking. Of course, Marilyn had grown up in the household with my grandmother, and my grandmother taught her girls how to cook.
Okay.
And so the two of them worked in the kitchen and alongside of her, and eventually, when the restaurant was sold back in '94, a couple years later, Jimmy opened it back up again in Georgetown, right there on Market Street.
That's right.
And then was there for several years, then opened a second location right up the road here in Greenwood, then closed Georgetown, and then only had Greenwood until I think last year. They opened up the cafe there in Seaford near Delmarva Teen Challenge.
Right.
And then Marilyn, of course, has Marilyn's Catering.
Yep.
She caters a lot of
events.
A lot of events in the area and things. But yeah, so a lot of the food in the restaurant and the catering is a lot of the stuff that we ate growing up, a lot of the stuff. So when I was a kid, that's the other thing, my grandparents lived with us. They drove tractor trailer, but they'd be home for stints.
Okay.
And they just lived in our house, which was the farmhouse, which was my grandfather's original.
And this house is still there?
Still there, yeah, right on the corner. And so I can still remember coming home, walking up the driveway, and man, I could tell what was cooking. It could be fried chicken or dumplings, and then I could tell when she was making cakes and pies because you could smell them before you even got to the house, And but yeah, so lots of great memories. And talking about Elvis, I think one of the things that my grandfather loved Elvis's music, especially his gospel music. But I think the thing that really my grandfather always liked to talk about was kind of Elvis's rags to riches. Because I think in some way my grandfather identified a little bit coming from nothing, and then over time being pretty successful in business and so on. But I think he always really loved that. He would always tell stories about Elvis buying someone a car or doing this or doing that, and I think that was something that he always really enjoyed.
Flying somewhere and getting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something crazy.
Yeah, he told that story numerous times.
Yeah, man, my kind of guy.
Yeah.
We'd be flying somewhere for Crab Imperial. Oh my goodness!
Another memory that I have. I bought the first piece of property I ever owned. I bought from your grandfather.
Oh, really?
Which is where Schoen Lumber is now.
Oh yeah. I remember.
He owned that.
I think my father convinced your grandfather to buy that piece of land when it came up. If the story's right, my dad had just bought a rental house, and then that piece of property came available, and he didn't really want to. He was too quick to jump into.
Right.
So he called Arnold and he said, this is a really good deal. You probably ought to do it. And then I don't think he really did anything with it. It sat there for a while. So he told Dad one day in church, he said, I'm going to let that go. And Dad said, well, Kevin's looking for something. And so I called him, and you know, we made a deal, and that was that was the first piece of land.
Whereabouts?
Right down the road, right behind Stone Lumber Company.
Really?
Right down from me. And then I subdivided it and sold it and went on from there.
It's neat. I remember my grandfather telling a story of how he got his property. So, you know, he literally had nothing. So my grandfather, when he tells the story, him and my grandmother got married, and I can't remember who it was. My parents my dad he mentioned who it was, but somebody gave him $5
when he got married.
And before he got married, and so my grandfather said he paid the preacher $250 and got the marriage license for $250.
Wow.
And they went and got married, and then he took her back to her mom's house and dropped her off, and he went back, and he was living in a chicken house. That's where my grandfather was living with his father. So his father, you know, had a lot of struggles, alcohol and things, but there was a big chicken house, and back then in the middle of the chicken house there were, like, if you maybe saw an old chicken house, there was like that little outbuilding in the middle. It was in the middle of the chicken house where you would have like your equipment and things like that.
Okay.
Well, they had put like cots in there and stuff, and that's where they lived and they slept.
Really?
And I think my grandfather's dad was tending those chickens. But anyway, because my grandfather used to laugh, he said there were 3 doors to the house. He said 2 of them, you opened it up and there were chickens there, and the other one led you outside. and so that's he went back there after they got married, and
so like his wedding day.
And they basically lived separately until my grandfather was actually not long after that injured pretty seriously in a really bad car accident. He was driving on what's Old Furnace Road now, and he rear-ended a tractor with a whole disc set behind it. The guy had no lights, nothing. My grandfather came around the corner, and the guy was there, struck it, and he had to have his face reconstructed. It was a pretty serious event. Yeah, and his mother-in-law was basically, you're not living in that chicken house, you know, to recover. So she moved them in there, and then eventually, my grandfather, there was some land that my grandmother had. I don't know all the details, but basically, she went to the bank with my grandfather. So this would be my great-grandmother, his mother-in-law. And went to the bank and sat down and told the banker, you know, I know him, and I know he doesn't have anything, but he's honest, he'll work hard, and I know he'll pay you. And they gave him the loan for the property.
Wow.
He bought it, and then over the years just bought a little bit more and more until he had, you know, quite a stretch of property there.
Yeah, he owns a lot of land on that road.
Yeah, and of course over the years as his kids grew up, he gave each of his kids a piece of land to build a house on.
Okay.
And
so you don't live there, do you?
I do. I live right next to the car dealership.
Do you really?
Yeah. Like
there's a little field between you.
Between me, yeah.
Okay.
Car lot, but yeah. So, I always like to say, you know, in some ways, you know, Jesus, they say, never hardly traveled very far at all from his hometown. So I share that in common. I've lived my entire life, with the exception of a period of time at school. I lived my entire life within about 100 yards of where I grew up.
Wow, isn't that something?
So, but yeah.
As your sisters? How many sisters?
I have a sister next door,
okay,
and another sister kind of behind the field from me.
Really? And your mom
parents,
and dad?
Yeah, my grandfather, he had a little place which was right around the corner from us too, so we were all right there. And then a lot of my aunts and uncles lived down the road too, so if we had a fence, it'd be considered a compound.
All right, so the services again. Arnold Smith is who we're talking about.
Yeah, the viewing is tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 at Short Funeral Services in Georgetown, and the funeral, or there's a viewing Monday from 12 to 1 and a funeral at 1, and that's at Calvary Baptist Church in Georgetown next to the SPCA. Okay. And yeah, my grandfather spent a lot of time in Seaford, kind of grew up here. Most of his brothers and sisters lived, and he's got a lot of family in Seaford. So if anybody's listening, please spread the word to the family, especially because I've always said we get to, whenever I go to a funeral, wedding, I find more relatives I didn't know I had.
Wow.
So,
kind of nice, though, isn't it?
It is.
Being part of the fiber of Lower Delaware.
Yeah, yep.
Wow. Well, Duane, I really thank you for coming on. I think
Thanks
this is
for having
nice,
me.
and I've watched you grow up, and I'm proud of you. You've done good.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank
And
you.
And the
anything?
preaching thing doesn't work out. You were a great waiter.
And you have a face for radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
Gee whiz. Kevin's pushing for that waiter.
I'm telling you.
Good
All
waiter's
right.
hard to find.
That's right.
Good waiter's hard to find.
Good service. That's right.
it.
All right. Well, thank you. Anything else? Church tomorrow at Sussex County?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Bible Church.
Join us if you don't have a church you attend. We'd love
Okay.
to have you.
10 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning.
A.M. After midnight.
That's right.
Okay. Anything else?
I can't think of much else.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very
Take care.
much.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, everybody. That was Duane Smith. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be back with the last half an hour, and we're going to have some fun. So here we go. Carry the load and it will wear out premature. But we sell tires and wheels. We sell hundreds, if not thousands of them a year. We've got an unbelievable deal. For example, this is a 5-lug white wheel with a tire, and it's a 6-ply rated tire for $99.75. $99.75. But there's a special if you buy 4 of them. I think it's $365 for 4. And that comes out to about $91 and something a piece. So look, if you need a 5-lug, a 6-lug, an 8-lug, if you need a little 8-inch, a 10-inch, a 12-inch, 16-inch, or whatever, if you need a tire, a wheel, or a tire and wheel combination for your utility trailer, your travel trailer, your pop-up camper, Weller's has them. We have the best price around. You can go to one of the big box stores just down the road. This thing here is like $120-some. I got them for how much again? $99.75. So also, don't forget, if you're from out of state and you're watching or visiting, or you want to come on over, you take $99, you save another $5 and something just by saving the sales tax. So the deals are sweller at Weller's. We're on Route 13 in Bridgeville, Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 1. Call me, 302-337-8228. Like me on Facebook, Weller's Utility Trailers. Check out my website, wellers.com, all kinds of stuff to see there. Or just get in your car or truck or SUV or ride your bike and come on down to Weller's Utility Trailers on Route 13 in Bridgeville, and we'll take good care of you. Other than that, God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. All right, everybody. So that was the little table, 4 chairs and an umbrella. So I think we got a couple of them left, and some people have bought them, been very happy with them. So anyway, that was interesting, hearing all these stories, and, the measure of a person, is what they say. In other words, and it was all good stuff. It sounds like Arnold sowed into people, people's lives, making a difference, in other words, and that's important. So, Colin, what's up in your world?
Well, we're talking Wall Service Center again, and the roadside assistance. I know you like this. The free roadside assistance comes with any.
It's free. See you, Duane.
It is free. It's absolutely free with any service you have done at Wall Service Center, from an oil change on up. And so what it gets you is towing. So if you need to be towed, if you need a jump start, if you lock the keys in your car, you need help changing a flat tire, and if you need fuel, oil, fluid, and water delivery service.
I would like to make a point about this because I've been asked this question. Did Colin sign me up for something that I'm going to get a phone call and want to know if I want to continue my subscription?
I never thought of that.
No, I've had a couple people ask me. They thought, why is he giving it away for free? I get an oil change, $30-some for an oil change, and he's handing me this free roadside assistance for 6 months, which is probably $100 value, quite honestly. And I've had people say, what is he signing me up for something that I'm going to have to cancel later? Right. I said, no, this is a free gift from Wall Service Center to his customers saying we appreciate you. But you're in an automobile that could break down. Flat tires come without notice. Mm-hmm. Kids and animals lock keys in the car sometimes. It's never the operator.
Animals.
So
I guess a dog could step on the.
You never know. You ever seen a dog jump up on the side window and trying to look out?
Yep.
And hit the door lock button?
Chinchillas are bad for that too.
Oh my gosh, and that skunk. All right, but anyway, I've had people wonder that, but it's free. It's free.
That's a valid question. I actually never even thought of that. The answer is no.
I'm here, Colin.
We're not signing you up for anything.
For you.
But what we're going to do is every time you come in, it renews for 6 months.
Yeah.
So every time you have a service done, such as an oil change, most people have an oil change.
Oil change or greater.
Once every 6 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Not a light bulb or a windshield
wiper. So it just resets every time. So you're good for another 6 months.
What a great thing
and another 6 months. Nobody's going to call you. You are going to call them if you need it.
Yep.
That 800 number, toll-free number,
and it's
anywhere
not
in the
just
United
around
States.
here. I had somebody else think that you personally were going to come out and get them.
Right.
Okay, I said, no. I said, you could be at the airport and get to your car and you got a dead battery. Or you have a flat tire, heaven forbid, or something like that. And what I like about it is I could be on a trip. I don't know who to call. I call that number there, and it's a nationwide network, and I don't have to worry about it.
It's just called peace of mind. So
peace of mind.
Yep, Wall Service Center. Give us a call right there, 422-8110, wallservicecenter.com, wallservice.com even. 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford.
All right, you can hang out with me for the next half hour if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna.
All right, maybe we'll let Kevin come over too if he wants. But anyway, we've had a big sale today. We sold the what?
Colin wanted to leave at 9:30.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colin. You can get out of here. I got.
Oh no,
Kevin
I've got to sit here now.
No. I'm sorry. Get out of here. All right, we're going to take some phone calls, hopefully. Put the number up on the screen, at least, if you would. All right, so anyway, folks, we're looking for people that want to call and say, how'd you like show number 200? Show number 200. Colin the second does not know his dad text me. So, anyway. Kevin, you can come on over and have a seat if Colin snubbed me like that. Well, Colin should have took a microphone with him.
I can take a mic.
All right, here we go. So anyway, we're gonna. There's 4 people in the room now. Colin the second is leaving. I think he's picking up some barbecue chicken on his way by for his girlfriend. And Smith's Donuts. Ooh, yeah, we're right here if you want to drop them off. All right, so we got Brandon, we've got Colin, we've got Kevin, we've got me. Now we want phone calls, okay? So if you've got something you want to share about show number 200, we really missed you. Let me give you a couple of these, Kevin. Okay. We had a really, really good time.
Well, I saw some of it and I heard some of it, but I wasn't able to be there. And
we missed
you did have a good time.
We had a good time. The fun meter, we actually had to take the batteries out of it.
I did not know until today, though, that you ended up giving away, that DryZone gave away 2 encapsulations.
Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
I'll tell you what, they gave away the 1. And
you didn't know that. They surprised you with it.
Right. Oh, I think she decided it right there on the spot.
How about that?
Because we called the winner of the first encapsulation and couldn't get him on the phone. Okay? And so then she said, you know what? We're going to give another one away. And I said, won't you? I was like, let's take a commercial break. Why don't you think about this? Because when they're giving an encapsulation away, I mean, they're so generous. Right. Because that's a genuine gift when you don't even know how much it is. They don't know whether it's a small house or a big house. They're saying, look, when we get to your house, whatever it is.
Name on a piece of paper,
and that's it. So DryZone they've been inspirational for me. But, when you look at the list of people that are involved with this show, they're quality people. Your business, you've been around a long time, 26, 27 years?
28.
28, been in business that long, and I've got some people been in business 40 years and 80 years and, 10 years and 14 years. And so Weller Does Delmarva is a local show.
59.
What was that? 59 years, Colin? Yep. Think about that. And I had somebody call me yesterday that's interested in being on the show and involved with the show. And I said, well, we're going to have to do some business. And it's going to have to be good business because I said we're not like your average place. We're not just looking for an advertiser. We're looking for people that support one another. In other words, and we're also looking, you do some business with somebody on the show and you have something that doesn't go just right, you call me. I know all the people that own these businesses and they want you happy. So I like that about DryZone. Very generous, very giving company.
It's like I said earlier, in just the last couple weeks, I've dealt with DryZone, Jerry Santoro, Rick Fowler, and I need to go see Colin about an air conditioner. We haven't done that yet. And then there was one other one. Who else? Who was the other one?
I can't remember. Who?
I don't know.
What? Well, anyway.
I had notes before.
Okay.
But
well, anyway, we appreciate your support, and hopefully you've got some business from being associated with us.
Absolutely.
And we try our best to network with one another because we all sell products. Colin does services mainly. You sell products. I sell products. Brandon's a salesman selling products. In other words, only thing that separates us from anybody else is us.
Yep.
How we treat people, how we handle people, and so on. Because you and I, Kevin, I mean, whatever we sell, people can buy it at other places besides us.
I was in a meeting yesterday with our PR people, and we were talking about it, and they said, well, why do you think your customers come to you? And that's, you think about that's somebody asked you that question. You got to think about, well, because there's other places they could go.
It's not because we're attractive.
And, right. It's not because we've got a full head of hair.
Right.
And I said that I believe that our customers use our services because what they're buying is the confidence level that we're offering. So if they're having an event and we're producing the event for them, they know they don't have to worry about that part of it. There's plenty of other things. If you're putting on a concert, there's tons of things to worry about.
Right.
But if you can take that huge chunk of it, the production part of it, and compartmentalize it and think, how many problems there? Nothing to see here.
Right.
Then you can worry about selling tickets, and you can worry about, catering, and you can worry about hospitality for the artist, and marketing and all that stuff. And I think that's why, because we were talking about a lot of our long-standing clients, and they said, well, why do you think they've been around that long? And I don't know how they'd answer that question, but that's how I think
that's
they
your
would
thing.
answer that question.
And I think you take Colin, Wall Service Center. I think a lot of people have a comfort level dealing with him. They know that if there's a problem, he's there. He's going to make it right. Same way at Weller's, we always joke about it. You don't have to get your lawyer to make something right. We're just going to make it right because it's the right thing to do.
And you've been around a long time. And the reason you've been around a long time is because you've offered, there's not, you can tell a lot by, there's some brand new businesses that are obviously good because everybody's got to start somewhere.
Right.
So that you can't use that as the rule. But once you've crossed into the 20-year plus kind of category, there's a reason why you're there.
Right. Because you've lived through a few ups and downs in the economy.
Yeah.
And anybody can be in business when it's all rolling.
And you treated people fine, because it won't last if you don't.
You got to be genuine nowadays.
At the end of the day, the customers are the most important thing because without them, we can't. We wouldn't be doing.
Just got a building full of inventory.
That's
and a bunch of phones that aren't ringing.
That's exactly right.
Brandon, are you going to chime in over there, or are you just taking it easy?
I was just taking it easy.
I think you've done a good job today.
Thank you.
How do you like being in sales?
I enjoy it. It's definitely a roller coaster.
Okay.
Most of the time is enjoyable.
How old are you?
I am 29.
And how long you been selling?
About 9 years, 10 years.
No kidding.
Wow.
So you was just a youngin' when you started.
Yeah, technically, back when I worked with my dad, I guess I was kind of in sales in the cabinet industry. That was more my dad, but I kind of helped a little bit. But
okay.
I don't necessarily count that. Retail sales, I've been in for about 10 years.
What were you gonna say, Colin?
You have roller coasters for your employees here?
Yeah. Wow. It's all from the neck up, but it's there. It's happening all day long.
All in your mind.
Yeah. And when you're sleeping and so on and so forth.
Wow.
You can even get dizzy sitting still.
Yeah.
So we need a phone call. 337-7100. My
new
gosh,
number?
That's not a new number. 337-7300. Have you dealt with any of the people we advertise on this show? Got any stories you want to share with us? Preferably positive and encouraging ones. But, I'll tell you what else I'd like to do. Can you access Facebook? Are you able to look at my... Okay, well, let's just do something real quick, just for the fun of it. I got these Rural Farms $10 gift cards. And I don't know if anybody wants one, but I want to make a little contest here. If you can post a picture of anything you've bought from Weller's, take a picture of it now, post it, and tag me in it. And if you do that between now and 9 o'clock, I'll give you one of these $10 Rural Farm.
No, 9.
Yeah. That's rigged.
Yeah.
What did I say? 9?
Yeah, now at 9 o'clock.
Between now and 10 o'clock. So take a picture of something, AM or PM. All right. Let me think this through.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Saturday, July 15th, 2017. If you take a picture of something that you have purchased from Weller's, could have been 10 years, 20. I had a woman the other day told me 20-some years ago she bought a saddle from me. I don't even remember selling that saddle. But anyway, she remembers buying it, and she still got it. So if you've got anything you've bought from Weller's, take a picture of it, tag me. It's Jim Weller, and then I'll be able to see it. Do it before 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., July 15th, 2017, and I'll give you a free Royal Farms $10 gift card, okay?
Are you only allowing one, the first person?
No, I'll do it however many people do it.
Wow.
I got to do it between now and 10 o'clock.
You want to count how many of those you have?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. My legal department has spoke up. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go.
All right, 10
First
people.
10.
Take a
First
picture
10.
of something, of something you've bought from Weller's, and tag me in it quickly before 10 a.m. this morning. How's that?
And let's make it clear, it's the first 10.
Now, so if I take a picture of the DVD that you sold me earlier,
you can do that. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
And I get my $5 back. That would be that would.
You're going to get this $10.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's at Rural Farms.
But I already spent $5, so yeah. So that would I'd be $5.
You'd actually be in a gain.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, think that through for about 15 minutes, okay? And then go. All right. So Brandon, you're gonna have to tell me if that happens. Okay.
I don't have to show you a Weller's receipt or anything.
No, just
we didn't have a. There was no receipt for the cash.
And it was cash.
Say that louder, Kevin. Please.
It's still sitting there. You haven't actually put it in the cash drawer.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's still sitting here. He has no idea what I'm going to do with it.
That's
all
true.
right. So anyway, what's everybody doing today? I'm doing paperwork. Probably. I'm going to go hide at my studio.
After we have breakfast, that's where we have today something happened the first time in 28 years of being in the recording studio business. Our newest engineer, one of our youngest guys, Stephen Ganong, today, I called him this morning. I said, well, you've done it. You broke the record. Up until today, the earliest recording session we had ever had was 7:30 in the morning. He had one this morning at 7, and this was after working at Freeman last night in the rain until about midnight. So he wasn't really crazy about our office manager booking this session at 7 a.m. But he was fully engulfed at 10 after. So
there's no way it was a musician. It had to have been like a voiceover.
It was a band,
really?
Actually, yeah.
And
made 7 this morning,
and they all had to work at 2. So they had to get in there and knock this song out and be at work at 2 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah. So,
they stayed up all night. Huh? They had to have stayed up all night.
I can't
musicians don't get up that
early. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'll tell you what. I admire all parties involved with that one.
I think there were kids in the band. And it's younger kids, and their parents brought them. So I think that's how.
Really?
Yeah. So
we've had a picture.
I'll be back.
This one will not be eligible. Because it's an employee, but isn't that something?
You recognize the foot?
I can almost smell the foot odor. It's almost a familiar smell. Somebody has sent me a picture of their sock. So anyway, yes, employees are not eligible. I didn't realize that till recently. All these different contests, radio station and stuff. Like, I'm not eligible for a lot of stuff, so I'm learning it all. All right, so anyway, has anybody done anything? Oh my goodness, you're kidding me. All right. Well, anyway, so that was that. So, Kevin or Colin or Brandon, this is free mic time. Is there anything you want to say before I take over and suck the air out of the room?
I can hardly breathe as it is.
It's hard to breathe as it is.
Hard to breathe.
Is that what he said?
Yes, he did.
Oh, Kevin, have you ever seen one of these? I'm just curious. You probably have.
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't. No, what is it?
You've never seen one of these?
I don't think so. Mm-hmm.
All right. This is something like you would put on the counter in your office.
Okay.
And you would write on here somewhere, free candy.
Okay. You just got to get it out?
Right.
Oh!
And it has another family member.
That's fun. Yeah.
This is its cousin.
I'm not gonna flinch for this one. Yeah.
These are Amish made.
That's funny.
Look at the workmanship. This is something that's available at Weller's. This one here, if you see it, a spider comes out and gets your finger. And this one here, a mouse comes out. Man, we sell the heck out of these things, don't we?
We do.
Amish made, but they're not Amish spiders or anything like
and
that.
Is that part of the underwriting that's being looked at. So someone
a lot
actually,
of it. Here's something that
if someone
could be
actually
concerning to an insurance agent.
has a cardiac problem
event
event right there at the counter,
uses this improperly.
Yeah.
An attitude adjuster.
Exactly, yeah. And they could have said that you're endorsing that by selling it.
Sure.
So, yeah.
No instructions with it.
You could end up
you interpret the use.
Sued. Yeah, there you go.
So, anyway.
That was funny.
You like that?
Yeah, I'm glad we did the spider.
Have you ever seen our little contest with this?
Yeah, I have that. I knew what that was about. I really didn't have any idea what you were doing there.
No kidding. I thought you had. Okay.
No, I didn't know that.
All right. So, anyway, you're watching Weller Does Delmarva. We're just relaxing. What's this called? Chillaxing. Waiting for somebody to post a picture of something they bought from me to win a $10 gift card to Rural Farms. Okay, what? You got one?
I'm saying make sure they tag you, because if they tag
that's right.
It won't show up on your Facebook.
That's true. So anyway, busy weekend. Weller's utility trailers. We sold 10 trailers yesterday, which was needed, but we did sell 5 to one individual.
That's cool.
So thank you, Kevin. We appreciate your support.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I was going to mention this.
Oh, okay.
I have one of my employees owns a trailer that it was on its last leg a few years ago, and I said, look, occasionally we need a trailer. So how about if I maintain it, and and you just leave it here. You keep the tag. I'll keep the tag. I'll pay for the tags, or whatever.
Okay.
And so that's what. And we've used it a few times. Well, the last time we used it, we hadn't changed the tire. We shredded a tire.
That should have been a Facebook Live.
So so it was the reminders used. So we were getting ready. We were in upstate Pennsylvania last week. So I called Brooks, and the trailer came over here and got totally serviced. And this time it actually, in the heat, actually made it.
Couldn't have done it in the winter.
There and back.
Oh, you meant we not only serviced it in the heat, but you used it in the heat.
No, we used it in the heat, yeah.
Okay, so we probably repacked the wheel bearings.
Yeah.
New tires.
Yeah, you did. New tires.
Changed all the light bulbs.
Yep. Or they
polished
worked anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made them work.
Yep.
Well, very good.
So.
All right.
Now that might be related to the back light of my truck not working. I don't know. I don't know if there's a causal relationship there or not.
I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows?
I'm joking about that.
Okay. I'm panicking. All I'm thinking is my defense. Now all my mind is on is how do I properly articulate, just because we worked on the trailer, but you did connect them together.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
Right.
My gosh. There was a lot. I felt a lot safer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you take a spare tire and wheel with you this time?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh my gosh.
Well, because they were brand new.
Okay, a brand new tire can't possibly get punctured.
Well, wasn't that covered under the warranty?
I'll be right there.
You come to get me? Yeah.
Hold right up.
I thought I had your cell number. I know I didn't. I probably should have done that. We didn't go.
That's okay. I just wonder because I remember hearing the story about how the guy came and the spare wouldn't fit. And he ended up having to dismount it and change it right there along the highway and everything. And it might have cost more than just having a spare with you.
Yeah, and
it might have. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was worth more than $90 or $100.
Yeah, no, it was. But I was happy with the service. So that's what I was.
Well, thank you. That was the point you're talking. Other than your tail light now not working, you're very happy with the service.
We don't know when that happened, so
Oh my gosh, Brandon, is there any points you want to make? Because I'm going to not be here today. You're going to be here.
Do you own?
Oh gosh, that's not that one. There takes the wind out of me. So that's as bad as talking about how much I spend on weed killer in a year.
Well,
not counting paying people to apply it.
For us, it's gaff tape and batteries.
Gaff tape and batteries.
Nobody has any idea. I mean, our battery budget's insane. It's
$10,000.
More than that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not quite double that.
Really?
Yeah.
On like double A's?
And 9 volts, yeah.
9 volts and double A's.
Yeah. And that's not what we sell, that's what we use on productions. We do 500 shows a year, and last night the show at Freeman had 28 wirelesses. That's what is that?
How do you know when a battery's bad?
56 batteries for the rehearsal and 56 batteries for the show. So that's 112
You just put new batteries in?
Yeah.
Every time?
When you do you don't want to start a new show with a battery that's got any life on it, because if it dies on stage, you're in trouble. So you would do a couple of rehearsals with a
We're not doing that here.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're okay. But let's see. Say how you doing.
What does it tell you? How much batteries?
You're full. Yeah.
Okay. Brooks
So
probably
he's taking
checks
care
that.
of He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can.
I mean,
start
he probably comes in on the weekend.
and you're using these
checks them.
casually. But you in a play, they're on for like an hour and a half. So
Good point. Good
But
point.
yeah. So it was 112 batteries just last night.
What do you do with the old ones?
I throw them away.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, actually.
I mean, do you think there's a market for used batteries?
No, because they're not completely dead, but I mean, we have so many of them. We used to.
I could market that. I've got these batteries,
and but they're unpredictable.
but they're not completely dead. They're like an employee. They're unpredictable. You have no idea how much spark they're going to have, how long they're going to last.
I do have a friend that we do an event, and we take batteries to them once a year. I'll take like a bucket of batteries, and they put them in toys and stuff for their kids.
Oh, really?
And I do it every year. Yeah, so
I bet Kevin doesn't use NRG batteries.
You don't use the high-end NRG batteries?
No. These are. No.
You pay more than like 3 cents or a nickel for a battery?
These are real ones. Yeah. This is that won't work.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Jim has been known to use the
highest quality, cheapest batteries you can buy.
He thinks it's like a boutique battery company. If you've never heard the name of
NRG,
it, that's what it is. Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and I don't know if I have all the details right, but this is kind of interesting. This is 8 years ago, maybe 12 years ago, before the presidential debates. AKG was the wireless vendor on that, and they wanted to make sure, presidential debate was going to be like 3 hours, was one of the long ones, and no TV commercials. So they were going into uncharted territory. They were going to wire the president was going to both candidates were going to wire double packs so they could have some redundancy. But they bought a lot of Duracell batteries because they wanted to do testing out of the same lot, and I believe they tested like 5,000 batteries to see what life they were going to be able to get, and this is not. I'm not saying anything about Duracell because they just picked that brand, but out of that lot, there was almost 10% of those batteries that had less than 50% life. So you don't know what you're getting. The point is, it's you're rolling the dice. Who'd have thought it?
I never thought of the seriousness.
They're doing an hour and a half of TV live network wired with a president with a sitting president and a presidential candidate. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to have to go rewire them in the middle of it.
Right.
So they came up with a testing method based on the lot numbers, and that's what they came up with a plan, and of course the battery life was fine. Now the technology's changed such that you can monitor this actually remotely and know if there's going to be a problem. So you can, and you could switch if you were running a redundant battery, a redundant system. You could just switch it over. So
touching it, switch it, or electronically switch it?
Electronically just. Switch you would know.
Really?
Yeah, it shows you when you're using the rechargeable batteries now. It actually shows you down to the minute.
So that's one more thing Brooks can do.
There you go.
Brooks will be switching the batteries.
Yeah, that's exactly
right.
Oh
my gosh, Kevin! I had no idea, but I never thought about.
That goes into.
You're doing a big concert or an event or a debate with the president, and the last thing you want is for a battery to go dead.
Exactly right. Yeah. Oh
gosh.
We have actually put brand new batteries in a wireless, sent somebody out on stage, and within 10 minutes, you start looking and you've like dropped 2 bars and thinking, oh boy, I hope they're not going to talk long. And then 20 minutes and you're down to 1 bar, and then you start hearing a dropout now and then you're starting to think, oh, what are you going to do? You got another one ready, but you're going to have to walk out on stage to swap it, and you're playing the game. It's like, is he going to be done talking?
You accidentally drop it,
and it works. So
what?
1 minute.
1 minute.
So that's the battery story. So
okay,
a lot of battery adventures and a lot of gaff tape. That we were talking about things we,
go through a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We use gaff tape.
Now, can you use gaff tape over?
No. It's really, really expensive. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Kevin Short, Mid-South Audio, thank you for your support, your friendship, and your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Colin Walls, you still over there? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So Colin Walls Service Center is open today. Brandon is going to be in sales in 15 minutes. So please look him up, check him out. And Weller's is open till 1 today. So thank you for watching the show. You ever want to be on this show or live with Walls and Weller, let me know. We'll figure out the details and go from there. We're on every Saturday from 7 in the morning till 10 in the morning. So thanks a lot. God bless y'all. Have a good weekend. Check us out at WellerDoesDelmarva.com if you missed something. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.